Hornets.
Well, and they, of course, this is a team that's averaging 31.8 points per contest. So
right.
They can't put the ball up. But the thing about these two teams are so similar. Yeah, Alabama State and Alcorn are similar, and even the stats bear that out. Although Alcorn has played one game more than Alabama State. So if we're talking about apples to apples and oranges to oranges, Alabama State should match up very well with this Alcorn team.
And Alabama State handed Alcorn State their only loss in the SWAC last season in that 28-25 5-overtime victory in Mississippi last year.
And anytime Alcorn comes to town, they got a certain swag about themselves, right? Alcorn is one of the more cockiest teams in the SWAC. And, of course, they take on the personality of their coach. And you mentioned earlier that Aaron McNair, he's the original Aaron McNair, right? So, and he has the swag about himself, and so the team takes on his persona. And this is one of those storied teams from the SWAC, and they got a lot of great coaching legends who came out of there. Of course, the great Houston Markham actually attended Alcorn. So Houston Markham and Spinks, the great Coach Spinks, who they named the stadium after. So Alcorn is coming in here. They got a little bouncy step, but at the end of the day, and then they were a few. They bring the band.
Right. Yeah.
They want to showcase their band. And
that band you just heard, that's not Alabama State. That's Alcorn State.
That's Alcorn State, and they've come in here, but we got to hit them in the mouth early and hit them often.
Definitely.
Hit them hard and hit them often.
So the Alabama State captains are getting ready to go. They'll head out on to the out to midfield, and I think we're going to send it down to Rob Taylor here in a second. And Alcorn State captains lining up as well on the opposite end. And we are almost ready to go. We're just about 2.5 minutes from kickoff. And now we'll play the national anthem. I think we're actually going to go to a quick break, but when we come back, kickoff between Alabama State and Alcorn State.
Find your purpose at Alabama State University. Choose from more than 60-degree programs from undergraduate courses in computer technology, education, theater arts, business, and the sciences to high-demand graduate degrees in physical therapy, social work, microbiology, and more. Our world-class...
1, 2. I can hear myself now.
Testing. All right, now I got it. Yeah, thank you.
Vibrant campus life and Division I athletics. Come to our campus. Let us show you it's always a great time to be a Hornet. For more information or to complete an application, visit us online at alasu.edu or 334-229-4291. Alabama State University. The time is now.
No time now. I'm cleaning the fish tank. You can always come up with an excuse. Visiting long-term care doctors.
Is there any way you can turn it down just slightly?
Yeah, it's kind of hot.
Yeah, it's a little hot.
You turn me down too low then.
Yeah, not
Turn me back up just a little bit.
just a little bit.
Now, just okay. Yeah, that's good. I think you want.
How about? Can you turn me up just a smidge? Testing. Yeah, that's good.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Testing.
I
1, 2, 3.
put my hand over.
Yeah.
I might have to do it often with the band.
Man, I like the 15-minute pregame show better than the 30-minute pregame show. Yeah.
You'll come back after this today.
From the campus of Alabama State University on FM 90.7 WVAS HD, Montgomery, Alabama.
3, 2, 1, you're back.
And welcome back to ASU Stadium in downtown Montgomery, Alabama, where we are almost ready to go. Alabama State taking on Alcorn State today after what will nearly be a 4-hour delay. Let's go down to Rob.
You guys know the visitors. You're going to call this corn heads and tails. We're going to call the SWAC side head. We're going to call the 150 side tails. We're going to SWAC side head, 150 side tails. You're going to call this corn, what are you going to call? He's going to call head, guys. I'm going to let it drop, all right? He called head. It is head. All corn has won the toss. You want the ball. You want to kick. Which way you want to kick? I want to kick. Kick it. Come on this side, all corn. Alcorn has won the toss and has elected to receive.
All right, guys, you heard the official. Alcorn wins the toss. Elects to receive. I talked with Coach Richard Moncrief, asked him how quarterback Kadarius Davis is doing. He says, hey, he's excited. He's ready to go, ready to get the job done. Guys, after a long delay, we're about to kick things off. Back upstairs.
Thanks a lot, Rob, and I think it's about time. We were supposed to kick off at 2, but again, we had the thunderstorms roll through here, and it is right now officially a delay of 4 hours on the dot. Wow. And Alcorn State will receive the ball to begin this game, J.C. Coleman, and now it's time for Alabama State's defense to show Alcorn what they've got.
And speaking of even before the defense take the field, I'm pretty sure there's been a focus on special teams for Alabama State. So, we've given up a lot of yardage on special teams, and that was an area of concentration that Coach Ely was talking about earlier. So it's going to be interesting to see once we make this original kickoff, the initial kickoff, what type of adjustments we made on special teams.
So Hunter Hansen will kick it off for the Hornets, the junior out of Montgomery, Alabama. And back for Alcorn State are a couple of guys. One of them is number 5, and that's Nico Duffy. And there's another one, I believe that's Javen Morrison on the right side. Hunter Hansen ready to go, the band getting into it, and we are underway.
Yes, sir.
And the kick will be taken at about the 11 by Alcorn State. He'll cut inside before he's brought down just over the 25-yard line for a gain of about 15. And Alcorn State will start it off from what looks like the 27.
Yeah, the Hornets had some real good coverage that time on the kickoff. So everybody stayed in their lane and everything was covered. Now here comes the test. Can our defensive line make a push up front to put some pressure on Alcorn's quarterback and contain him and don't let him get outside of containment?
Those special teams have been problematic for Alabama State at times during the season, primarily during the first 2 weeks where they allowed a touchdown on special teams, on kickoff specifically. Not that time, though, and here comes Alcorn State out of the shotgun, and it is a handoff, and it is Nico Duffy taking it across midfield and over midfield, and he's out of bounds at the Alabama State 48. A big gain on 1st and 10 for the Braves.
Yeah, that's not a good sign for the Hornets. That hole was so big you could have driven a truck through it.
Braves going out of the hurry up, and the runner will get tripped up at around the line of scrimmage, and maybe a gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Thank God for the 50-yard line. He tripped over the 50-yard line.
And it is Felix Harper behind center there. Mm-hmm. So the guy who was projected to come off the bench on the depth chart, but also the guy who threw 6 touchdowns last week against Mississippi Valley State. So 2nd and 9 on the Alabama State 48 for Alcorn State. Harper will fire to his left, and it's dropped by number 81, the intended receiver, Ray Darius Anderson, and that'll bring up 3rd and 9. Good coverage there by the Hornets.
Yeah, well, real good coverage this time.
Out there.
Let's hope he can't run like that.
Yeah. So here we go. Harper out of the shotgun. A couple of running backs. Receivers. One of the receivers got his hands on it. It was LaCharles Pringle, number 82, but he cannot haul it in. And it is fourth down for Alcorn State, and it looks like they will be punting.
And the Hornets did just what they have to do. They got to make sure they put pressure on Alcorn's quarterback and put pressure on, but at the same time, you got to contain and make sure he doesn't break containment and give him some different looks to read on defense and capitalize.
That looked like it was going to be a big first drive there for Alcorn State. But after the big gain on the ground on their first play, 3 and out. And here's the punt by Corey McCullough. It's down to the 6, where it's taken for a fair catch by Kobe Crabb, and Alabama State will take over on offense. And they are led by Kadarius Davis, the redshirt junior out of Bessemer, Alabama. Had a really good performance the last time Alabama State played. That was 2 weeks ago at home against Grambling State. A 23-20 win for the Hornets. Davis went 19 for 31 for 224 yards, a touchdown, an interception. He also had 8 rushes for 23 yards and a score. And he's out there with Ezra Gray in the backfield. Davis, as is his wont, will go out of the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to his right, another on his left. 1st and 10 from the 6. Davis, plenty of time, still looking for a man. He throws it over the middle, and it's intercepted by Alcorn State. And it looks like it was number 49, Solomon Muhammad, with the pick.
Yeah, I think Davis got a little cute that time. Davis actually got a little cute, and he threw the ball directly to the Alcorn linebacker who was dropping back in coverage, and he didn't see. It would have been better had he just taken that and taken the run, because they actually gave him a few yards to run. Great coverage downfield for Alcorn. Turnover Alabama State.
And that was Defensive Player of the Week in the SWAC, Solomon Muhammad, who had a career-high 18 tackles in that Week 4 win versus Prairie View just a few weeks ago. So Alcorn State has the ball at the Alabama State 10. Harper out of the shotgun, and the Braves will keep it on the ground, but they don't get much. That'll bring up 2nd and long after a gain of 2 for the running back. That's number 5, Nico Duffy.
And Alcorn is playing some hurry-up football. This player has to leave now because his helmet came off.
That's Rodarius Anderson.
And he's replaced by number 11.
Number 11 in there for Alcorn State, that's Chris Blair, who had 3 catches last week for 144 yards and 2 touchdowns.
One of those 2-headed monsters at receiver.
They'll keep it on the ground again. And making the stop there is number 94, Christian Clark, on another give to Nico Duffy. He does not get much, and it'll bring up 3rd and 8 for Alcorn State. And honestly, if Alabama State can prevent a first down from happening on this play, then that's a win after what Kadarius Davis did on the Hornets' first drive.
Exactly. And of course, we know it's been well documented about Alcorn's kicker. So if we can get him in a kicking situation right here, we'll be doing real good.
Harper out of the gun. He looks right. Now he looks left. Over the middle, and it is complete. And into the end zone goes LaCharles Pringle. Touchdown, Alcorn State, and it's 6-0 Braves early.
Wow. Well, we're going to have to play some come-from-behind football. That's not what you want to do. That's not the way you want to start against SWAC champions on your home field. After a long delay, you don't want to start coming from behind.
And make it 7 touchdown passes for Felix Harper over the last 2 weeks. Wow. For the point after now, it is McCullough, and that one is up and good. So it is 7-0 Alcorn State. The Braves capitalizing on Kadarius Davis' interception. We'll go to a quick break. You're listening to Alabama State Football on the Hornet Sports Network.
Looking to further your education? Take a look at the Harold Lloyd Murphy Graduate School here at Alabama State University. ASU graduate programs are designed to prepare students to be a part of a vanguard of professionals through the 21st century. There are several graduate programs to choose from: doctoral programs, educational specialist programs, Master of Science programs, Master of Education programs, Master of Arts, Master of Rehabilitation Counseling. (334-229-4275) or visit alasu.edu/graduate school.
Come on back, Rob. Come on back.
University.
Jay, come on back, Jay.
Now.
So Corey McCullough will boot it down the field, and that just gets out of bounds inside the end zone for a touchback. So Alabama State will take over at the 25-yard line, but Alcorn State now has the lead 7-0 after that 8-yard touchdown pass from Felix Harper to LaCharles Pringle.
Well, Felix Harper and LaCharles Pringle and Chris Blair, both of these guys caught for over 302 yards receiving just this year alone. So it's not surprising that that's going to be one of their main weapons. They average 21.1 yards per reception.
And Pringle entered the game second in the SWAC in touchdowns with 4. He now has 5 as Kadarius Davis gets it on the first play and flags. Davis is brought down behind the line of scrimmage, but we'll see what the penalty is.
It looks like it's going to be offsides against Alcorn. Actually, somebody lined up in the neutral zone.
Well, the Hornets will take that. That's on Mackenzie Black. And that'll bring up 1st and 5, a penalty of 5 yards, and Alabama State will move up to the 30. Davis out of the shotgun, trips right. A running back to his left, and Ezra Gray, another wide receiver out to the left. The give is to Gray, who's gobbled up by several Brave defenders, and he gets maybe 1.
And we're going to definitely have to establish the running game today because Alcorn, and they're actually sitting there right now. They've got the linebackers close to the line, and they're actually poised to stop the run.
Hornets going hurry up here. The give is to Davis again, who cuts it outside and brings it just over the 35-yard line to the 36. And that is a first down for Alabama State, who will continue to go with the hurry-up offense.
First down, Hornets.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Here's Davis getting the ball. He looks over the middle, and it's off the hands of number 82, Moses Marshall. That one was right on the pause, and Marshall probably should have hauled that one in. That was a good pass by Kadarius Davis.
Good pass by Davis, and the offensive line is doing a good job of giving him opportunity to throw the ball. So you got to make that catch.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Davis fakes the handoff, goes over the middle again, and flags coming in, and there's no question. The intended receiver was Jeremiah Hickson, but he was basically being tackled as he tried to make that catch. So
he was actually tackle coming out of his foot.
And Hickson almost made the catch. So that is going to be a penalty on number 21, Juwan Taylor. So that's a spot foul and an automatic first down for Alabama State, who will move the ball up to the 41-yard line, their own. So that'll bring up 1st and 10. 11:27 remaining here in the first quarter. Alcorn State ahead 7-0. There's Davis out of the gun again. Trips left, and now a man in motion. That's Marshall, and more whistles.
I think this is going to be on the officials because I'm not sure if they spotted the ball right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
They
Well,
didn't move the ball.
not only the players were sitting around for 4 hours, the refs were too.
Right.
So they can be forgiven.
We'll give them a break on that.
1st and 10 from the Alabama State 42. And it is trips left this time for Davis. Gray is behind him. The man in motion is Marshall, left to right. And now Davis gets the snap. Here comes the blitz, and down goes Davis for a sack of the 25. And it was number 38, Creo Argue, the junior out of Crete, Illinois, with the sack and a big loss for the Hornets.
And he was untouched. That was just a miscommunication or just a great defensive call by Alcorn's coach.
You're not a huge fan of punts, but you can't argue with that one, right?
Right.
Creo Argue.
Right.
Here's the next play for Alabama State. It's a pitch left to Gray. He'll turn it up outside before he's brought down by 3 Braves, just shy of the 35-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd and 17 for Alabama State.
Continue to play behind the sticks. You know, it's going to be a long day. It's been a long day already.
3rd and a long way to go for Alabama State. 2 wideouts on the right, 1 on the left. Davis out of the gun. And movement up front. And it looks like this is going to be on Alabama State. And that'll be on Juwan Kalinas, the redshirt freshman out of Portsmouth, Virginia. Just moved a little too early on that one, so that'll back up the Hornets 5 yards, and now it's 3rd and 22 from the 30.
Forever.
Yeah. You need Donovan McNabb for a first down here. Here's Davis. All kinds of time. Here comes the pressure. He's flushed out. He flings it to the right, and it's complete to Marshall all the way down to the 36-yard line. And that is a first down, and they did not need Donovan McNabb for that one. But now there's a man down for Alabama State. It's DeAndre Brown, the left tackle, the redshirt senior out of Tampa, Florida. He is banged up. But what a play by Kadarius Davis. Credit that Hornets offensive line. We're going to go to a quick break while they take a look at Brown. You're listening to Alabama State Football on the Hornet Sports Network.
Loved or unloved? Running or wrecked? Old or vintage? When you donate your unwanted car to WBAS, we'll make good use of it by turning it into proceeds to support great programming. And it's real easy to do. Call our toll-free number, 877-WBAS-123, and speak to our representative who will walk you through the entire process in just minutes. Or go online to www.wbasfm.com.
State, where Rob Taylor is down on the sideline. Rob, what's going on down there?
Yeah, they looking at DeAndre's, look like his left hand. Well, they got him up on his feet now. They're going to bring him over to the sideline. And you hear the round of applause from the AFC family here. Yeah, he's making his way over. They're going to check him out and see if he's okay. Get him back in the game, hopefully real soon.
All right, Rob, thanks. 9:50 remaining here in the first quarter. Alabama State down 7-0 to Alcorn State. But the Hornets just came through with a huge play on 3rd down and 22. A big gain for them, and they're now into Braves territory on the Alcorn State 37. It's Davis. The give is to Gray. Up the middle and to the right. He's brought down, and he may have lost a yard there.
It looked like Alcorn is content on trying to rotate their defensive back over to isolate Jefferson and Hickson. So the tight end's going to definitely have to play a big role in this game.
So 2nd and 10. No gain for Gray, who loses the pitch, and it's picked up by Alcorn State. They're brought down inside Alabama State territory at about the 42, but it looks like Ezra Gray just took his eye off that pitch.
Well, I actually think that goes more to the quarterback. It was like a run-pass option, and he did not read the defensive end. The defensive end, he actually blew the play up, so he actually should have tucked that and ran up. But that goes back to the quarterback.
So that is a turnover for Alabama State, and Alcorn State will take over at the Alabama State 42.
Wow, what a turnaround.
Yeah, too bad. The 3rd and 22 play was converted for a first down. A 33-yard pass from Kadarius Davis to Moses Marshall, but now it's Felix Harper giving the ball to the running back there. That's Deshaun Waller, who eludes one man, but is then brought down just inside the 40, a gain of maybe 3. And that will bring up second down and 7 for Alcorn State.
Pretty good stop by ASU. And now we're going into this nickel.
Couple of wideouts on the left and the right. For the lad on the left side, he makes the catch and is then forced out of bounds by Alabama State. Good play there by number 34, Devin Booker. And that'll bring up 3rd and 5.
And I'm noticing how the Alcorn wide receiver was not coming to them.
For the 3rd and 5 from the Alabama State 37. Here's the snap. They'll run it up the middle, and it is Deshaun Waller who has the first down and a bit more. He's down to the 28, and it is a fresh set of downs for the Braves, who lead 7-0 here with 7:43 to go in the first.
And that offensive line of Alcorn looked like they found something on the left side, and because they keep running to the left side, and every time they run it, it's a big hole.
Like Grambling State, Alcorn State running all of their plays exclusively from the shotgun. Harper rolls right, and now flags come in as that pass is incomplete, intended for number 11, Chris Blair. Well, there are flags all over the place right now.
Flags. I think we're going to have holding against Alcorn and maybe pass interference against Alabama State, so they're both going to offset, and we'll probably do the whole thing over again.
The refs are getting together in between the 30 and the 20.
And of course they're getting after the quarterback, but he's more dangerous when you get after him and let him break containment.
Now the refs say, hey, I got to pick up my flag here. And we'll see what the call is. Man, there are 6 refs out here, and they're just trying to figure out what the penalties are.
Maybe I need to be a SWAC ref.
That's your next career. After this season's over,
Oh, no.
we'll get you the zebra costume. Be all set. So it was holding on Kevin Hall, the right tackle for Alcorn State. And then it was also pass interference on Keenan Isaac of the Hornets. So, 1st and 10, as both offset. Here's the Alabama.
And he was stopped dead in his tracks, and actually for about a half a yard. Maybe a half a yard.
And it looks like they gave him one. So 2nd and 9. Harper still out of the shotgun, and now he's changing the play. 2 wide receivers out to the right, another one to the left, and 2 running backs in the backfield. Here's Harper. Here comes the pressure, and down he goes.
Yes, sir.
Big sack for the Alabama State defense, and that'll bring up 3rd and long.
You know, and the good thing about Alabama State defense is they were disguising the coverage, and they actually had him confused because when he pointed out the blitzing linebacker, and he missed the hot receiver, but he was covered, and the hot receiver was covered right in the slot, and thank goodness for that defensive push.
It looked like it was number 16, Nicholas Terry, who was going to get credit for that sack, and maybe another one of his teammates. But that'll bring up 3rd and 18 on the Alabama State 37.
Then the Hornets hold.
Out of the shotgun, Harper. He'll go deep over the middle, and it is complete to Juan Anthony Jr. But it looks like he is just shy of the first down, or did he get it?
Well,
I think they gave it to him.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got to give that wide receiver a lot of credit, because he was covering like a book.
He was.
He was really covering, and he got it in that tight window. You got to give him credit.
What a catch made by the redshirt sophomore. So first down, and here's Duffy on the ground, breaking out to the right. He gets maybe a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd and 9. So already, early in this game, we've seen a couple of 3rd and longs converted with aplomb by both quarterbacks. Kadarius Davis for the Hornets on their most recent drive. Felix Harper on this drive for Alcorn State.
Right.
Score is 7-0 Braves with 5:12 to go in the first quarter.
As we alluded to earlier, now, these teams are very similar in style of play. Very similar, even in numbers.
Pair of wideouts on the left and right. Harper looks left, fires, and it's not a good pass. Incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9. And that was also intended for Juan Anthony Jr. Not a huge target, 6 feet tall, 185 pounds. He's out of Woodville, Mississippi.
Woodville. Where's Woodville, Mississippi?
I don't know. Do you know?
I have no idea. We're going to have to Google
And
that.
I'm a geography guy, too.
Right.
I should know.
Woodville, Mississippi.
If only there was like a search engine or something we could look into. Here, I'm on it. Woodville, Mississippi. 3rd and 9. It's Harper. He'll pass. He's flushed out of the pocket, and now he'll take off to the 5, and he's in for the score.
That's where he's most dangerous. Right there.
Touchdown, Alcorn State, and now it's 13-0 on the scamper by the quarterback, Harper.
And you're going to have to put a spy on this quarterback because if you watch film on him, that's what he does. When the pocket breaks down and he breaks containment, and he has no problem with tucking it and running, and of course, 6 points.
So the Braves on the board again. And here comes Corey McCullough for the point after, and it's good. 14-0 Alcorn State, and we will go to a break. You're listening to Alabama State Football on the Hornet Sports Network.
And now, a message from the American Migraine Foundation.
It's an absolute nightmare. Yeah, I was terrified. It was like your head's gonna explode.
Migraine is a disabling disease.
Just all of a sudden couldn't see. Migraine has ruined my life. Absolutely terrifying.
There's pain that does not stop.
It's a throbbing, pulsing, banging, hammering feeling in your head.
36 million Americans suffer.
I started getting migraines around 5 years old. Just takes over everything. My world has gotten small. You feel like the world's closing in on you. There's nothing you can do. I have spent a year housebound. It's like you're trapped in your head. There's no escaping it. You can't leave your body.
Don't suffer alone. Make your move against migraine. Visit AmericanMigraineFoundation.org to find help, learn more, and get connected.
3, 2, 1, you're back.
And welcome back to Alabama State, where the Hornets are down 14-0 to the Alcorn State Braves after Felix Harper's 18-yard scramble. And it's been a tale of 3rd downs. That was another 3rd down converted by the Braves, and this one went for a touchdown, JC.
Yeah, and our defense is doing a pretty good job, first couple of downs, but we got to get off the field on 3rd down. That's going to be key. We got to get that defense off the field on 3rd down because now we're playing come from behind ball, and just like Coach Ely said earlier, if they want to air it out, we can air it out. Right now, we get to that point where we have to air it out.
So Alabama State will get the ball back. Kicking off will be McCullough, and he'll blast it down the left side where it's fumbled for a moment there by Ezra Gray. He finally recovers, takes a knee, and Alabama State will begin this drive from their own 25-yard line.
Well, I think that Darren Davis has to, sit back and settle down. I noticed in the last few games, he always start kind of slow. But as he get more settled and he start making better decisions, every time we get a big play, drive downfield, then there goes lapse in judgment and turnover, and he's got to correct that.
Davis so far just 1 for 3. That 33-yard pass to Moses Marshall on the 3rd and 22 on the most recent drive. Here's the snap, and the handoff is to Merritt, who is brought down, and he may have lost a couple there.
Yeah, we talked about we have to establish that running game with the 3 running backs, but Alcorn is sitting in the catbird seat now, so they're just run blitzes and everything. So they actually we're playing. They're controlling the tempo of this game now. They're controlling everything, the play calling and all.
4:12 to go in the first quarter. 2 wide receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Here's the snap. Davis with all kinds of time. He fires left, and it is complete. And it's number 19, Michael Jefferson, with the first down, and that'll move the chains. Good play there by Kadarius Davis, who has been able to take several seconds back there today, and that's, again, a big credit to that Hornets offensive line.
And Michael Jefferson is one of those big weapons that we've got to continue to use, and he and Hickson was on the same side that time.
Here's the next play. Davis looking left. It's complete to Moses Marshall. He'll spin before he's tackled, and it looks like close to another first down for Alabama State. Maybe just short. That'll bring up 2nd and 1 at the Alabama State's own 45-yard line. Now, Michael Jefferson, though, 8 receptions for 81 yards 2 weeks ago against Grambling State.
That time they made a good decision. Just throw the ball away. You have nothing downfield. Throw the ball.
There's 1 yard to go. Davis out of the gun. But give us to Ja'Cory Merritt. He has the first down and a lot more over midfield. And down to the Alcorn State 46. A good run there. And a big hole opened up there by the Alabama State offensive line.
Yes, the pride of Sidney Lanier. Number 21, Ja'Cory Merritt.
Merritt, a freshman, a true freshman out of Montgomery, Alabama. He has the ball again on a run. This time he goes right, and he's brought down for a gain of 2 or 3. So that'll bring up and about 7. Right. For the very first reception, left, and
face
that's
mask.
got to be a face
Yes,
mask,
sir.
and it will be. And it's one thing to commit that kind of penalty, but it's another thing to do it right under the ref's nose.
Right under the ref nose. He grabbed him and turned his head completely around. That should be I know it's going to be a personal foul, and, that's not reviewable for us targeting.
Yeah, right. Should be an automatic first down there for Alabama State. So there you go. 15-yard penalty.
That's the big one.
And an automatic first down. And this is about as close to the end zone as Alabama State has been so far today. 2 minutes exactly remaining here in the first quarter. They're down 14-0. It's Davis on the snap. He'll swing it out to Jefferson, who loses the ball, but I think we heard whistles before that. And Davis may have given Jefferson that ball, and then Jefferson may have lost a yard.
Well, Alcorn was all over that. They snuffed it out, and we went with the hurry up and tried to catch them in a bad defense. But, of course, it was all over it.
So no gain officially on that play. 2nd and 10. Man in motion out to the right. That's Jeremiah Hickson. And it's Merritt on the draw, and he's brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. A big loss there for the Hornets.
Well, what Alcorn is doing now, our offensive line is blocking down to the left, and they're actually leaving a gap. So what Alcorn is doing is shooting that gap. You know, they're just shooting that gap. Their linebackers are shooting the gap and just blowing the play up in the backfield.
Alabama State has already converted a 3rd and 22 today. Now it's 3rd and 16 on the Alcorn State 37. Here's Davis. Here comes the rush. And Davis gets away out to the right. He'll throw it over the middle, and it is intercepted again. And it's number 15, Kayron Kinsler with the interception. But there are flags on the play, and now we'll just have to see what that penalty is.
Well, I think that penalty is going to be against Alabama State holding. I'm hoping that it's not, but I think it will be. And that's another mistake that we made. And of course, you can't blame that one on the quarterback. It's like on chip drill. It bounced off the hands of the receiver, and Alcorn was there sitting ready to make the play.
And again, Davis, it looked like he was throwing to Moses Marshall again, who has been kind of his safety valve today. The throw is over the middle, though, was a bit high. Marshall extended that right hand up, tipped it, and then it was Kayron Kinsler, the sophomore out of McAnapee, Florida, with the interception. And now Alcorn State takes over with 27 seconds to go here in the first quarter on their own 25. Here's the snap. And it's a run up the middle. Goes number 25, Trey Turner. He gets about 8. And that might just be the last play of the first.
Well, you know, hats off to the defense. Now, we went down 14-0. The defense is playing pretty good. But the offense gets the ball. We just got to do something with it. Every time we cross the 50, looks like we start going backwards.
And that will be the final play of the first quarter. We'll go to a quick break. Alabama State is down 14-0 to Alcorn State. When you come back, you're listening to Alabama State Football on the Hornet Sports Network.
My grandfather served in World War II. Spending time with him were the best memories of my life. I became a physician at VA because of my grandfather, so I can help others like him. I can't imagine working with better doctors or a more dedicated staff. I'm fulfilling my life's mission with the help of my team and thanks to these veterans. I'm proud to be a doctor at VA and proud to honor my grandfather every day. Search VA Careers to find out more.
If there was ever a time to live united, it is now. Now is the time to speak with one voice.
You hear anything now?
It's time to join hands and live united against the problems.
You hear anything now? What did that?
Now I can hear myself a little bit better.
So how's it? You want me to get ready?
And welcome back to ASU Stadium in downtown Montgomery, where the Alabama are trailing the Alcorn State Braves 14-0 as we go to the start of the second quarter. But let's go down to Rob Taylor. Rob, what did Coach Ely think about that first quarter?
Not very happy with the first quarter at all. I can see him, raising his voice at some of the players there. Coach Ely's not happy as well. Things didn't go well at all for the Hornets in the first quarter. And to make matters worse, we just saw Jeremiah Hickson. He was inside the tent. They just took him back to the dressing room to see a lot of pain on his face. Not sure what the injury is, but they're taking him back.
Thanks, Rob. And that could be a big loss. Jeremiah Hickson, 5 receptions in Alabama State's win over Grambling State a couple of weeks ago, 52 yards and a touchdown. So he is sidelined. And now it is Alcorn State football, 2nd and 1 as the two teams have switched sides. Alcorn State now going from left to right. Out of the gun, it is Trey Turner on the handoff from Felix Harper. He'll have a first down after a gain of about 4. So that'll move the chains. Turner will check out. And back into the game comes Nico Duffy.
Well, we're gonna definitely have to make some adjustments here. I think Coach's gonna put a spy on this quarterback.
Here's Harper. And I beg your pardon, it is Deshaun Waller back there. He's the one who gets the handoff. Finally, we have some whistles as he runs into just about the entire Alabama State defensive line. He gets maybe 2 or 3. And that'll bring up second down and about 7. But there is a man down for Alcorn State, one of their offensive linemen.
And we get a lot of the extracurricular activity after the plays going on. So I can imagine playing Alcorn, there's a lot of smack talking going on.
It looks like it's number 69, Deontay Brooks. We'll go to a break. They'll take a look at him. You're listening to Alabama State Football on the Hornet Sports Network. And welcome back to ASU Stadium, where the Alcorn State Braves are up 14-0 on the Alabama State Hornets. And starting left guard Deontay Brooks has gone down with an injury. He is now on his feet, though. He's being helped up off the field. And it is still Alcorn State ball. J.C. Coleman, 2nd and 7 on their own 40.
But you said earlier about how Alcorn only lost one game last year, and we're trying to overcome that hurdle of losing to Alcorn again, because we've only beat Alcorn back-to-back since 2011 and 2013. That's the only time we beat them back-to-back. So, but this is the first time they ever came in here we played above 500 ball.
We're ready to play again. It is Harper. Here comes the rush. And down he goes. What a sack by Christian Clark of the Hornets, who grabbed onto Harper's jersey and then swung him around like a little kid or something, and then deposited him on the turf.
That's what you call punishing a quarterback. He punished the quarterback, and that's what you expect from a guy like Christian Clark. You know, he's known for that. He plays mean, he plays ugly, and I love it.
Led the team with 11 tackles against Kennesaw State. Perennial contenders in FCS. And he's also fast. We saw that. And we know Harper's fast, too. That'll bring up 3rd and 20. It is Harper, and the Braves will go with a draw, and finally dropped just short of the first down marker was number 3, Deshaun Waller. The Braves almost convert another long 3rd down. But they will punt it away, so job done by the Alabama State defense, led by Christian Clark.
And this is the first punt that we're going to have for today, Alcorn's first punt. Hopefully we can handle this punt and flip this field around and get something going offensively.
Kobe Crabb is back to receive the punt, and interestingly enough, Corey McCullough, I beg your pardon, is not only the kicker, but he's also the Braves punter. And timeout has been called by Alabama State. We'll go to a break with them. You're listening to Alabama State Football on the Hornet Sports Network.
Introducing a new day of the week. Someday. Now, everything you were going to do someday is on the calendar. Want to retire someday? You'll really want this. A My Social Security account at socialsecurity.gov. You can estimate your future benefits and manage current benefits online. Millions of people have a My Social Security account. Get yours today, because someday is here at socialsecurity.gov.
Listen and imagine. It takes 5 seconds to send a text, and for those 5 seconds, you're driving blind. Life is worth more than a text. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Royce, and the Ad Council.
3, 2, 1, you're back.
All right, welcome back to ASU Stadium, where the Alcorn State Braves are in the lead 14-0 on the Hornets. The Braves will punt, though. Corey McCullough getting this snap. The punt is off, and it is a beauty. Spiraling down inside the 10, and look at this bounce. Down to the 1-yard line.
Wow.
Where the Braves will down it, and that is where Alabama State will begin this drive, having to go 99 yards for their first score.
You know, Alabama State, I think they saw something on that punt return, on that punt formation, and they thought that they could block it. They actually set up the block. They had no return set up that time. But the guy just made a great kick. It bounced and died. And they downed it inside the 5-yard line. So now we're going to test the Hornets' resilience and see can we drive down the field and put some points on the board with 12 minutes and 26 seconds left in the second quarter.
And that was kicker and punter Corey McCullough who got that one off and pins back the Hornets on their own 1-yard line. McCullough, the 2-time reigning SWAC Special Teams Player of the Week. And after a punt like that, you can see why. 12:26 to go here in the second quarter. 14-0 Alcorn State. Alabama State's quarterback, Kadarius Davis, out of the shotgun with 2 wide receivers to his left. Here's the snap. They'll go up the middle with Ezra Gray, who is brought down after a gain of about 3.
I think that was Ja'Cory Miller.
Yeah, I think you are correct. It was Ja'Cory Merritt. I beg your pardon. So Merritt gets a gain of about 3 or 4. And a penalty that we missed as well. Offside against Alcorn State. So an automatic first down for Alabama State.
Alcorn actually took the blitz that time, and I guess the guy got a little anxious.
So 1st and 5 now after that 5-yard penalty. Alabama State now on their own 6. It's Davis getting the shotgun. He'll throw it out to the left where it's caught by number 15. That's Jahad Booker. And that's a fresh set of downs for Alabama State.
Jahad Booker is the transfer from Memphis who actually attended Park Crossing High School here in Montgomery. So some of that local flavor we have on the field for the Hornets.
So Alabama State now on their own 17 after the 11-yard reception by the former Memphis Tiger. 1st and 10. Here's Davis. He fakes the rush and throws it out to the right, but he misses Tyreek Allen. Throws it out of bounds. And now it's 2nd and 10 with 11:36 to go here in the first half.
And it looks like the Hornets are trying to do these quick hits now. Alcorn is doing a real good job of covering downfield. So we're trying to get these quick hits and put the ball in the hands of your playmakers and let your playmakers just make the plays.
Kadarius Davis, 5 for 10 so far today for 64 yards, but the 2 interceptions as well. I'll try to cut down on those on this next play. 2nd and 10. It's a delayed handoff to Ja'Cory Merritt, who's out to the left. He muscles his way to the 21-yard line, and that's a gain of about 4. That'll bring up 3rd and 6. So not a bad run, but now you got to get 6 yards or you'll be punting the ball away. And Alabama State has not punted yet.
Which is a good thing. It's a good omen, so I think we might be able to get this one.
Just got to keep those turnovers down. Davis out of the gun. He drops back. He's flushed out to his right. He's scampering right. And he's off to the races, and he's close to the first down. Might be a bit short. We'll see where they spot it. And it looks like he is maybe a yard or two short. And now it's decision time for Alabama State, but you got to believe that they'll punt it.
Right.
And they will.
I don't know about that spot. Although I am completely across the field from it, but
I'm with you. It looked a lot closer to the first down marker when Davis ran out of bounds.
it really did, you know.
But they don't get that spot, unfortunately.
It's our first punt, and the chance to flip the field this time.
It's the senior Anthony Craven out of Linden, California, and whistles. A flag is down. And that is delay of game against Alabama State. So still fourth down. That'll back them up 5 yards, though. So it'll be a tougher punt for Craven. Still 14-0. Alcorn State with 10-11 remaining here before halftime. Here's the snap. And it's an end-over-end punt. It's taken at the 40 by Juan Anthony Jr., but then more whistles. And apparently Anthony called a fair catch. I'm not totally sure, but once he took that ball on a big bounce, the refs were blowing their whistles, and it will be Alcorn State ball at their own 42. I don't really understand what happened there.
That was a little weird. That was a little weird.
But he must have waved his hand before and was maybe hoping that the refs didn't see him.
And I was thinking, I thought it was a fair catch, but actually it was a line drive kick, so he caught it and tried to make something happen with it.
So here's Felix Harper on first down. The give is to Nico Duffy up the middle. And he gets 2 or 3. And that'll bring up second down and 7. And the ball carrier there was Nigel Wood. I beg your pardon.
Gotta have another good stand by our defense. And every time that we call on this defense to make a big play, they always answer the call.
Second down and 7. It's Harper. All kinds of time. He'll run it, and there he goes. A first down and across midfield onto the Alabama State 45-yard line on a slide.
You know, you actually have to kind of think that play was a design run all the way. He dropped back, and he didn't look downfield. He just tucked it and ran. So it was a really good play called by Alcorn.
Deshaun Waller was the first rusher on this drive. He is back in there, and he gets the ball on the handoff. He'll take it up the gut, and he gets maybe 2 to make it second and 8 on the Alabama State 45-yard line. Alcorn State has scored both of their touchdowns on third down today.
And we got to find a way to get off the field on third downs.
And Alcorn State slowing it down a little bit right now. 8:27 to go in the second quarter. 2 wideouts to the right, in tight though, another one to the left, and here's Harper out of the gun. He looks right, fires right, and it is complete to number 16, Juan Anthony Jr. That's a gain of maybe a couple, and that'll bring up third and 7 from the Alabama State 44.
That's a big closing tackle by defensive back that time.
But another big play coming up here for the Alabama State defense.
Third and long.
And remember, Alabama State will receive to begin the third quarter.
That's
So
why
if they can get the ball back and score right, make this 14-7 before the half, get some momentum. Let's see if they can stop Harper here, though, on third down.
Gotta contain it.
Deep drop back. Here comes the rush. He gets away, rolls left, fires left, and it is complete. And it's with Charles Pringle again on the reception inside the 10 and forced out of bounds.
You know, we said it earlier, when he breaks containment, he's a more dangerous quarterback than he is when he's in the pocket.
A big gain again, and on first down, whistles. And I think we're going to have a timeout called by Alabama State.
Alcorn actually tried to catch them with too many men on the field, and they actually had them with too many men on the field. After the big play, Alcorn didn't substitute, so we tried to substitute out another package in there, and then we were forced to use the timeout.
That last pass to LaCharles Pringle was 36 yards. Let's go down to Rob Taylor.
Yeah, guys, second quarter looking kind of like the first quarter. Things just not going right for the Hornets at all. Just can't get any momentum going. We need to score to get some momentum going and get these guys fired up here on the sideline. But right now, things just aren't going right. We see Jeremiah Hickson just walk right past me, so he's back out here. Still feeling somewhat of a little bit of pain, but he's back on the sideline, so that's a good sign.
That's good sign to have Jeremiah Hickson back.
Well, Charles Pringle now with 2 receptions for 44 yards as both teams are back out on the field. 7:17 to go in the second quarter. First and goal for Alcorn State. It's Harper out of the gun. He rolls right, throws it right, and it is complete to Nico Duffy, who is brought down. And it was number 5, Natron Culpepper on the stop for Alabama State. Still a gain, though, of about 6 for Alcorn State. Now bring up second and goal from the 2.
And there's a penalty on Alcorn.
A penalty. Illegal man downfield.
Wow.
So that'll move the Braves back. I don't know how we're missing some of these penalties. It's like they're not throwing the flags.
I didn't see a flag.
I didn't see a flag either. That's the second or third time tonight, but maybe our vision is just going. I don't know.
I guess we're going to have to take it.
But that will push Alcorn State back to the Alabama State 13.
And they got to score. They got to score to get a first down.
So it is first and goal from the 13-yard line for Alcorn State. 6:36 to go in the quarter. And now a timeout taken by the Braves.
Yeah, they will, and we're going to have to.
Yeah, we'll take it with them. You're listening to Alabama State Football on the Hornet Sports Network.
But you know, I don't see that.
From the campus of Alabama State University, or FM 90.7 WVASHD, Montgomery, Alabama.
And welcome back to ASU Stadium in downtown Montgomery, Alabama. Chris Adams Hall, J.C. Coleman, and Alabama State is down 14-0 to Alcorn State. We had that 4-hour weather delay, and so far it looks like the team with the rust has been Alabama State.
Yeah, it seems like you don't see any bounce on the sideline. Everybody's just like kind of dragged. So they're going to have to get this thing together because there's a football game you got to play. Alcorn, they had the same delay, so that's no excuse.
It'll be first and goal from the 13. It's Harper. He'll give it to Deshaun Waller on the ground, out to the left side where he's met by a horde of Hornets and forced out of bounds for a big loss.
That's a good push by the defense that time, you know. And I gotta say, the defense is not looking too shabby. It's just that they keep giving up these big third down plays, and of course it's another one of those. Is this second down? Second and goal, but it's a long yardage play.
Yeah, that's a loss of 5 on that play. Second and goal from the Alabama State 18. Felix Harper, the southpaw out of Fairburn, Georgia, the redshirt junior out of the gun. Here's the snap. He looks left. A man wide open and in for the touchdown. Go the Braves.
Well, he could have walked in. He could have walked in. That was just a lapse in judgment, just a lapse.
It was number 8, Nigel Wood, the senior tight end out of Poplarville, Mississippi, 6'4", 230, but he could have run for days.
And he was so wide open. I mean, it's like, wow, am I here by myself?
So that is an 18-yard touchdown pass, and Alcorn State now leads 20-0. We'll see if they can make it 21 as Corey McCullough comes in and puts it through. It is 21-0. Alcorn State with 5:51 to go here in the second quarter.
Well, one thing I do know for a fact, Alabama State is definitely going to have to make some serious adjustments at halftime. And I know Coach Ely doesn't like what he sees.
Now let's go down to Rob Taylor.
Yeah, guys, I'm looking forward to hear what Coach has to say at the half, because right now things are just getting worse and worse as this quarter continues. And I know, like you said, JC, Coach Ely is not happy about this at all. So I'm sure he'll have to make some serious adjustments at the half and get this offense on track. I think, like you said, there's been a lack of momentum here on the sideline. No pep in the guys' step, no bounce. If we could just get one touchdown before the half, I think that'll give the guys a great feeling going into the half. Since we get the ball to start the second half, but we got to get some points on the board before the half.
And they should have plenty of time to do it. 5:51 to go here in the second quarter. Corey McCullough is ready to boom this ball down the field to Alabama State. A couple of guys deep for the Hornets. Here is the kickoff, and it's a good one. That's going to go out of bounds. So it was good until it ended up on the sideline. And that's a good start for Alabama State, who really didn't have to do much of anything right
And right. You get that on the 35 to 20, 25. You get extra 10 yards on that now. So that's good.
So that is excellent field position to begin this drive for Alabama State. Still in search of their first points of the night, down 21-0 with 5:51 to go here in the second quarter. Kadarius Davis is out of the gun, and he has all kinds of time again. He'll take off with it, and he gets about 5 before being wrapped up and brought down by the Alcorn State defense.
Well, this is going to be this is really show and tell for Alabama State, because the road gets no easier because you're in SWAC, you're in conference play now. You're playing guys that you're supposed to compete with. So you definitely going to have to strap it up and make the best of this.
Alcorn State has won the SWAC East Division 5 straight years. Davis over the middle, it's deflected, and Alabama State is lucky that there was not a safety waiting back there for that one. That might have been Davis's third interception.
Yeah, it's not looking good. But it's going to be interesting if we may get a chance to see Jet if this thing just keep going the way it's going.
And Jet Evan,
Yes.
the 6'4", 215-pounder out of Portland, Oregon.
Got to say a shout out to the district representative from the 7th District of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, James Sistrom. He's in Atlanta listening to us on the Alabama State Sports Network.
All righty. 3rd and 6 for the Hornets. It's Davis Here comes the rush. He'll take off again, but flags in the backfield as Davis tumbles for a first down. But it looks like this one might be coming back.
Yeah, that's more likely coming back. When he throws the flag 9 times out of 10, it's going to be holding.
And we'll await the official call. So that's on the left guard, Leeward Brown, the redshirt senior out of Miami, Florida. So no first down for Alabama State, and they will move back 10 yards. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 16 from their own 29. Now remember, Alabama State converted a 3rd and 22 earlier in this game. But they are going to need a first down. They need it desperately to get some momentum on their side. They trail 21-0 with 4:40 to go here in the second quarter. Here's the snap to Davis. He drops back. He humps it deep, and it is somehow caught by number 8, Tyreek Allen, or did he not make the catch? They're calling it incomplete. Allen doesn't like it, but that will bring up another 4th down. It really looked like Davis put it right in Allen's basket on the slide, but apparently it hit the ground.
And you know, Allen is actually in there because I see on the sideline that Jeremiah Hickson has his helmet off, so that's not good for the Hornets either.
And Alabama State will punt it away again. Anthony Craven back there to belt it down the field to Juan Anthony Jr., who is awaiting the ball at the other 30-yard line. Here's the snap, and the punt is almost blocked by Alcorn State. On a backpedal, it's Anthony at the 24. He's wrapped up after a gain of 2. And Alcorn State gets the ball inside their own 30. We'll go to a break. You're listening to Alabama State Football on the Hornet Sports Network.
Tune in to FM 90.7 WBAS for Promises of God with Reverend Cromwell Handy, pastor of Dexter Avenue King Memorial Baptist Church, every Sunday at 8:45 a.m. with Ed Junior Johnson.
All right, Jay, bring us right back.
On FM 90.7 WBAS, the sound of excellence.
And welcome back to ASU Stadium, where Nico Duffy, Alcorn State's running back, has taken this rush 7 yards. Took it out to the left, and it is 2nd down and 3 for the Braves, who lead this one 21-0 with 4 minutes to go before halftime. Harper, the lefty, out of the gun, and up the middle goes Alcorn State, and he is gone. It's Nico Duffy all the way for the touchdown, and now Alcorn State leads 27-0.
Well, Alcorn is pretty much doing anything they want to do right now.
That is a 67-yard run for Nico Duffy, the freshman out of Tampa, Florida.
And he did it untouched.
And what do you do now if you're Alabama State? Man, you can almost blame it on the rain, I think.
Well,
You don't want to do that.
like I said earlier, Alcorn had a delay too. So you
Correct.
can't just say you can't blame it on the rain.
McCullough pokes through the extra point, and now it's 28-0.
And what it comes down to is mental toughness. You know, you got to have some mental toughness. So there's going to be some setbacks. There's some things that are going to get you off your game plan. But you got to have that mental toughness to be able to come back.
A 67-yard rush for Nico Duffy. That makes it 28-0 Alcorn State. We'll go to a quick break. You're listening to Alabama State Football on the Hornet Sports Network.
Your home is a big investment. If you live in a condominium or homeowners association, decisions by your board and community manager impact you. Is your board knowledgeable? Is your manager trained? Is your investment protected? CAI, Community Associations Institute, can give you the tools to protect your home and community. CAI is a nonprofit organization with resources for your board, community managers, and free information for homeowners like you. CAI at responsiblecommunities.com.
Did you know stalking affects 3.4 million Americans in a year? Stalking is a dangerous crime that can happen to anyone. If you or someone you know is being stalked, contact One Place Family Justice Center at 342-216-7378. If you are in immediate danger, call 911.
3, 2, 1,
And welcome back to ASU Stadium, where Alcorn State is running away with it. They're up 28-0 after Nico Duffy's 67-yard touchdown rush. And now Alcorn State will be booting the ball downfield to Alabama State with 3:45 to go in the second quarter. And J.C. Coleman, this is a huge drive for the Hornets. They really need to score right here.
Yeah, the Hornets got to buckle up and put something together here, put together a confidence builder, and you have something to work on in the second half. So right now, you just got to sustain the drive for 3 minutes and 45 seconds. It'll be great if you go down and score, but at least keep the ball and don't turn the ball back over to Alcorn and let them do any more damage.
McCullough boots it deep, and it's taken by Ja'Cory Merritt at the 5-yard line, and it's a good return by the freshman. He's across the 30 all the way to the 31, and a return of 26 for the Hornets running back.
And you know, Alcorn is, when they came in here, they were not looking, we weren't looking for them to be this running explosion that they're putting on right now, because they've got these two wide receivers that's been catching over 300 some yards as the season's gone on and averaging 21.1 yards per catch. But, I mean, they're doing it on the ground.
And they did on that last drive for sure.
Yeah.
67 yards untouched for Nico Duffy. Big drive for the Hornets, who receive the ball to begin the second half. Here's Davis, and he is going to be sacked.
And he gets no better.
And it was number 44, Kobe Wren, the junior out of Shelby, Mississippi, who just got Davis's legs. Davis could not get away from the Alcorn defense today, as he has been able to do it at times. And that's a loss of 7 for Alabama State. It's now 2nd and 17 on their own 24.
We just got to get out of here and stop the bleeding. Got to stop the bleeding.
3 minutes to go. Davis out of the gun, and it's a draw, and Ezra Gray will lose yardage. And again, it's Kobe Wren, the junior out of Shelby, Mississippi, with the stop. And he is having no kinds of problems breaking through that Alabama State offensive line on this drive.
Yeah, he's playing on the other side of the ball. Every snap.
That was a loss of 4, so it's 3rd and 21 on the Alabama State 20.
Right now, we're looking at the clock saying, run, clock, run.
Now, this is a big play right here. Play clock down to 5. Here's Davis, all kinds of time. He'll let one fly, and it's intercepted again. And it's number 15 again, K-Ron Kinsler, his 2nd interception today. He was tackled at the 35, but already it's 3 interceptions for Kadarius Davis today. And I don't know, but Jen Evan might start to get warmed up.
Yeah, you got to wonder how long will Coach stick with the quarterback. You know, sometimes it might be the best thing for him is to actually see somebody that's come in and do something. So now we got our defense back up against the wall again. We just got to try our best for these next 2 minutes to keep Alcorn out of the end zone to stop the bleeding and come back the second half and say, if they scored 28 the first half, we can score 28 the second half.
I mean, you almost can't blame Kadarius Davis for trying that right there. You're going to punt it away anyway if it's incomplete.
That's not a bad play.
And he had all kinds of time. Now it's Harper. He'll go deep down the left side, and it is overthrown. The pass was intended to Darius Anderson, but there is a flag, and it looks like that's going to be against Alabama State.
That's going to be defensive holding because he held him up all the way.
And it's too bad because Anderson wasn't looking at the ball.
Right. That's what happens when you get beat.
Right.
You know, you just got to reach for something. It's like a drowning man. You just got to hold on to something.
So the refs congregate. But it looks like it will be defensive pass interference. Defensive holding. So an automatic first down for Alcorn State.
And that only took 6 seconds, so, I mean...
It's a 10-yard penalty. Now they're on their own 45. Excellent field position with a chance to tack on more points on this drive.
Well, Alcorn is not sparing the rod, you know. They're just going for the jugular.
Here's the snap. Harper looking left, and that pass is broken up by number 6 for Alabama State, Jeffrey Hill. Pass was intended for Juan Anthony Jr. Good play there by the redshirt senior out of Miramar, Florida.
Well, you know, Alcorn is who we thought they would be.
Right.
They are who we thought they would be. We knew they were coming here, they were going to bring the house and do all the things that they needed to do because they are the reigning champions.
They'll keep it on the ground this time. It's Drake Turner up the middle for about 5. And Alcorn State now at midfield. 3rd and 5 as the clock ticks down to 1:35 to go in the second quarter. And if you're Alcorn State, you don't mind milking the clock a little bit here.
Right.
If you happen to move up, so be it, but you're up 28-0 against a team that has looked a little lifeless here in the first half. Harper out of the shotgun. He'll look left, pass is tipped, and it hits the ground before an Alabama State defender can have a chance at picking it off. But good play on 3rd down. That'll bring up 4th down and 5. And Alcorn State will punt it away with a bucko 5 remaining.
Well, you would think that with a minute and 5 seconds left on the clock, Alabama State is going to take this. We're going to take this punt, and we're going to just sit on it and go in the locker room, and let's not do any more harm, do any more damage. So that's what I would do at this point.
Maybe they can get a good return out of it. McCullough punts it. Back is Crab. He waves his hand for a fair catch, and he makes that fair catch at his own 14. So under a minute to go in the second quarter. 58 seconds. And both teams will talk things over momentarily. You think that Alabama State will just kneel it, though, here?
Well, I don't think they would kneel it. I think we just run the ball. We just try to run the ball and
see what you get out of the first play.
Let's not do anything crazy. Let's not try to go for a home run ball because we don't have a 28-point play that we can run right now. So let's just run the ball and get out of this and go in the locker room and regroup, come back in the second half, play some football.
Kadarius Davis out of the shotgun still for Alabama State. And they will run the ball. It's Ezra Gray over to the right, but more flags. And it has been a half of penalties.
That's a bad spot. You know, that's a holding spot. And it is.
And that's going to be on the left guard, Leeward Brown. The redshirt senior out of Miami, Florida. So that'll back up Alabama State further.
And when you're an offensive lineman and you get your name called that many times in a game, that means you've got to be doing some holding.
Alabama State has committed 4 penalties for 30 yards, but ironically, Alcorn State has made more. 5 for 36. So the ball is on the Alabama State 7. And again, the Hornets will keep it on the ground. It's Ezra Gray for a couple. Clock continues to tick. That might be the final play of the first half. We're down to 20 seconds. And I think it will be Kadarius Davis in no kind of hurry to get under center.
You don't have to snap it anymore, you know. Let this run out, and let's go in at halftime and see what we get.
And we will send it down to Rob Taylor, who's going to try to catch up with Coach Ely.
Yeah, guys, we're going to see if we can get Coach Ely to get just a couple of brief comments from her regarding this first half. Seeing, I think, better from the Hornets. And we'll see what they have to say. The players make their way into the dressing room right now, and we're looking for Coach. I hope I haven't missed him. I'm still looking for him. I still don't see Coach Ely. I don't know if he went ahead and got in the crowd of players and went on in or what. I certainly don't see him. I think he was with the first group and just went ahead and went in. So hopefully we can catch him in the second half, guys.
But Rob, it may be best that you didn't catch him because I don't think he was in a very talkative mood. After this first half.
Yeah, definitely not. Or he really had to use the bathroom, one of those things. Alcorn State, though, is up 28-0 at the half. And in 20 minutes, we will bring you the second half. Alabama State, a mountain to climb, but they've come back before. And remember, they beat Alcorn State last season in 5 overtimes. We're going to send it back to studio, to Jay Halsey, our engineer back there. And we'll see you all for the start of the third quarter in about 20 minutes. Once again, it is Alcorn State 28, Alabama State nothing at halftime.
I joined because I wanted to contribute to the citizens in the summer. On my first patrol, my adrenaline was pumping.
I knew it would be tough, but I was ready for the challenge.
Always on high alert. After a while, it takes a toll. I was counting the days till I came home to my family. Finally, the day arrived.
It was good to be home, at first. But then I realized things were different. I was different.
I had trouble focusing and relating to things the way I used to. Then a buddy noticed something wasn't right. He said he'd been there, that there are resources out there for veterans. I decided to reach out. I found resources that helped and connected with other veterans who had similar experiences.
Once I started making connections, things began to turn around.
There may still be bumps in the road, but now I know where to turn.
Find resources and support at maketheconnection.net.
Make the connection.
Find your purpose at Alabama State University. Choose from more than 60 degree programs from undergraduate courses in computer technology, education, theater arts, business, and the sciences to high-demand graduate degrees in physical therapy, social work, microbiology, and more. Our world-class faculty is ready to help you reach your goal. You'll also enjoy a vibrant campus life and Division I athletics. Come to our campus. Let us show you why it's always a great time to be a Hornet. For more information or to complete an application, visit us online at alasu.edu or 334-229-4291. Alabama State University. The time is now.
Alvin and the Chipmunks love to eat. But even though you can't see or smell it, bacteria can hide in food and make you ill. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. But you can keep bacteria from ruining your day with 4 simple steps. Clean. Wash your hands and surfaces often.
We chipmunks are notoriously tidy.
Separate. Keep raw meats, poultry, and seafood separate from ready-to-eat foods.
Watch and learn, my friends.
Cook. Make sure an adult uses a thermometer to cook meat, poultry, and seafood to the right temperature. And chill. Refrigerate promptly and pack your lunch with a freezer pack or ice. Keep your family safe and check your steps at foodsafety.gov. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
We will not be an easy target. We will never roll over and let pain plan our day, or let an ache tell us what we can and cannot do. We will not linger on the sofa, ask somebody else to bring us the mail, or take the parking space closest to the door. we will do is take action. We will plan ahead. We will protect our bodies and fight back by moving. Lace up our sneakers and grab our tennis rackets. We will bowl. We will do our morning laps and bike ride through Saturday afternoon. We will walk our dogs around the block. We will pass up the elevator and proudly take the stairs. Because arthritis can't beat us if we beat it first. In the fight against arthritis, you need a weapon. What's yours? To learn more, visit us at fightarthritispain.org. This message brought to you by the Arthritis Foundation and the Ad Council.
Hello, music lovers. This is Scott Michaels. Each week, we dig into the world's greatest record library for 2 hours of the best of the big band era on In the Mood. And this week, our swinging spotlight is trained on the king of swing himself, Benny Goodman, and tenor and soprano sax man, Charlie Barnett. Join us for 2 of the swinginest hours on the air. In the Mood, Sunday afternoons at 3 on 90.7 FM WVAS, the sound of excellence.
You're tuned to the right station for jazz inspiration at its best. For an encouraging word, for inspiring thought, music to lift your spirits, tune in on Sunday morning from 11 a.m. until 12 noon. And I'll be your host, Eugenia Ricks, for Jazz Inspiration. We look forward to seeing you then on 90.7 FM WVAS.
Welcome back to halftime here on the campus of Alabama State University, where right now the Hornets are being rolled over by the Alcorn State Braves by a score of 28-0. I'm Jay Holtzy, and we want to welcome you to the ASU, or rather the Hornet Sports Network halftime show. And we're going to do a recap of what's happening in Alabama State University athletics. In volleyball, the Alabama State University volleyball team has been having kind of a subpar season so far. But this week, they started off on a winning note. They bounced back in the win column with a dominating 3-0 win over Grambling in the SWAC Volleyball West Roundup this past Sunday morning, which was being held out in Prairie View, Texas. The Lady Hornets won 3 sets, where they racked up 45 kills with a .293 hitting percentage and locked up on defense to hold the Tigers to a hitting percentage of 0.011, met with 19 kills and 18 errors. Additionally, Alabama State posted 52 digs and 5 blocks. 3 players racked up double-digit kills and was led by senior Bailey Bennett and sophomore Taryn King, with 13 apiece, followed by junior Tara Cottingham posting 10. Bennett also added 12 digs to record her 9th double-double of the season. Both freshman Madison Beasley and junior Mackenzie Boland tallied a game-high 20 assists, while freshman Emerson Bells notched a game-high 17 digs. Beasley tied her season high with 3 service aces. And they went on to play a non-conference play just this past Wednesday night, taking on Southern Miss. They couldn't hold on and dropped a tough 3-2 set decision to Southern Miss, where Southern Miss actually won their first game of the season. The Lady Hornets came out hot, taking the first set, but the Golden Eagles bounced back by grabbing the next 2 sets before Alabama State went on a 5-0 run to grab the 4th set. In the 5th set, the Lady Hornets posted a steady 7-2 lead, but Southern Miss fought hard to battle back to bring the score to 7-6 after a controversial call that ended up giving Alabama State a red card to tie the game at 7. The Golden Eagles tallied their 8th point to take the lead and never looked back. 4 Hornets racked up double-digit kills, and seniors Krista Medeiros and Bailey Bennett and juniors Tara Cottingham and Alyssa Young. Young led the way with a .458 hitting percentage, followed by Medeiros with a .390 percentage. Bennett added a career-high 20 digs to record her team-leading 9th double-double of the season. Freshman Emerson Bells and sophomore Morgan Freeman Both recorded double-digit digs with 18 and 11, respectively. Freshman Madison Beasley nearly posted her fourth double-double of the season with a season-high 27 assists and 9 digs. Beasley also tied with Bennett for a team-high 2 service aces. And the Lady Hornets will return to action tomorrow when it welcomes conference foe Alcorn State. And that game tips off at 5 p.m. in the George Lockhart Gymnasium here on the campus of Alabama State University. In women's soccer, the Lady Hornets, they got a pair of goals last night as the Hornets grabbed their first SWAC victory of 2019 with a 3-2 victory over Jackson State. Alabama State fell behind early when Jayla Carter scored in the 5th minute of the contest to give the Tigers a 1-0 lead. The Hornets answered with a corner kick glanced off the post right of the foot of Mary Martin Mooneyham, with who one-touched the ball into the back of the net, or rather the back of the net, to tie the match. The goal from the Montgomery native is her first career goal and came on her birthday in the win. Brown scored her first of 2 goals on the night in the 34th minute to give Alabama State a 2-1 lead, beating her defender and put the ball past the Tigers' goalkeeper. Early in the second half, she found the back of the net again after a pass from Ashley Thomas set up a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. She pushed the ball past the keeper in the 51st minute for the 3-1 lead for Alabama State, before Jackson State scored on a Brian Walker goal in the 65th minute to pull Jackson State within a goal at 3-2. Up next for the Lady Hornets, they'll be at home again when they host Southern tomorrow afternoon at the ASU Soccer Complex, and the kick is set for 1 p.m. On some notable stories for Alabama State athletics, Alabama State's Ariane Spann was named the SWAC Runner of the Week for the 3rd time this season after her performance at the UAH Charger Cross Country Open, announced by the conference office this past Wednesday. Spann finished 6th with a time of 18 minutes and 50.3 seconds in the UAH Chargers Cross Country Open, hosted by Alabama Huntsville this past Saturday, September 28th, in Huntsville, Alabama at John Hunt Park. The Royal Palm Beach native registered an average time of 6 minutes and 3.8 seconds a mile. The Alabama State returns next week to action at the Florida State Invitational, the same course in Tallahassee, Florida, in which the NCAA Regionals will be contested. And coming up this Thursday night, we get ready to get into the swing of basketball. The ASU Department of Intercollegiate Athletics will hold Late Night Madness on Thursday evening at the Don Oliver Acadome, Thursday, October 10th, signifying the official start of basketball season. Doors will open at 7:30 for the event, which is free and to the general public and Alabama State students, with an autograph session beginning at 7:45 in the concourse area located near the entrance of the Don Oliver Acadome. The event will begin at 8:15 with the introductions of both teams before the women will take to the court at 8:35, followed by the men at 9:20. Throughout the night, the crowd will have a chance to interact with the players and coaches and be invited on-court games. Both teams will tip off the season in November. However, fans will get their first look at the Hornets with the 2 teams hitting the floor for the first official opening of the year. Season tickets for the basketball season are on sale at the ASU ticket office by calling 334-229-4551 or visiting BamaStateSports.com. We'll take a quick break and come back with giving you some scores and football action from around the SWAC and so much more right here on the Hornet Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! For an independent source of news and information, we bring you diverse perspectives from around the world and a deeper look at the most important events and issues that have an impact on you and your community. Join me for Democracy Now! Weeknights at 7 p.m. on the Sound of Excellence, FM 90.7 WVAS.
On the next Jazz Night in America, we make room on the Mount Rushmore of jazz for the women who shape the music. The best, the originals, innovators of American popular music. Mary Lou Williams, Bessie Smith, Marian Anderson, Billie Holiday, and Ella Fitzgerald. That's next time on Jazz Night in America. I'm Christian McBride.
Jazz Night in America, Sunday evenings at 8 o'clock on FM 90.7 WBAS, celebrating 35 years of excellence.
Most of us start every day with good intentions, and then everyday life can get in the way, especially when it comes to getting enough exercise. By the time you get ready for work, get the kids ready for school, get the kids to school, get yourself to work, run some errands after work, make dinner, and get ready to do it all over again. When are you supposed to find time for a workout or even a walk? What if you could take care of your daily responsibilities and get the exercise you need to stay healthy all at the same time? Experts say with more opportunities to walk, bike, or take public transportation, exercise would become part of our daily routine, lowering obesity rates, cutting healthcare costs, and giving ourselves and our children a chance to lead longer, healthier lives. It's not impossible, but it will take good planning to make active living part of our everyday lives. Learn more at planning.org. That's planning.org. A message from this station and the American Planning Association.
Welcome back to the halftime show here at Alabama State University, where we are at halftime, where the Hornets are down by a score of 28-0 to the Alcorn State Braves here in our Connection Day game. Here are some scores from around the SWAC. At halftime, Grambling leads Jackson State by a score of 10-7, and we have some finals here where Alabama A&M, they get on the winning mark by defeating Texas Southern, where they had to take them to Virginia to defeat Virginia Lynchburg by a score of 31-23. Let's look at some scores from around the nation in top 25 action. Right now, late in the second quarter, Tennessee leads third-ranked Georgia by, well, now the game has changed, has flipped as it refreshes on my computer screen. Georgia now leads Tennessee by a score of 20-14 with a minute and 15 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Ohio State leads Michigan State by a score of 3-0 at the end of the first quarter. Tulsa leads SMU by a score of 16-6 late in the second quarter. California and Oregon, they're just now kicking off, and it's a scoreless game right now. LSU, they get a win over Utah State by a score of 42-6. Oklahoma, 6th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners, they get a big win over Kansas by a score of 45-20. 7th-ranked Auburn, they go down and defeat to the Florida Gators in the Swamp by a score of 24-13. The Wisconsin Badgers, the 8th-ranked Badgers, they shut out Kent State by a score of 48-0. The 9th-ranked Notre Dame Irish, they get a shutout win as well over Bowling Green by a score of 52-0. 11th-ranked Texas, they defeat West Virginia by a score of 42-31. 12th-ranked Penn State, the Nittany Lions, get a win over Purdue by a score of 35-7. Michigan, making Jim Harbaugh looking good, defeating Iowa by a score of 10-3. The unranked Texas Tech Red Raiders, they defeat the ranked number 21 Oklahoma State
Cowboys by a score of 45-38. And a game from last night, Cincinnati, they get a win over UCF by a score of 27-24. When we come back, we'll go back out to ASU Stadium where halftime is just about over with. And
30 seconds.
Let's see if the Hornets can bounce back and get some offense going in the second half of today's game. You're listening to ASU Football here on the Hornet Sports Radio Network.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside.
All right, it's time to come back.
Was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
Time to come back.
I'm a veteran. My victory was finding
Got about 30 seconds.
And supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory is going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support for victories great and small.
My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
My victory was getting my service dog a new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
3, 2, 1, you're back.
Start of the third quarter back here at ASU Stadium in downtown Montgomery, Alabama, where the Alcorn State Braves lead the Alabama State Hornets 28-0. Alcorn State will be kicking to the Hornets. But let's go down to Rob Taylor. Rob, did you end up talking to Coach Emmett at all?
Didn't get a chance to talk to him at all, and Coach just made his way back onto the sideline with the rest of the players and coaches. So I didn't get a chance to speak with him. I was waiting for him maybe to come out a little early so I could get a word with him, but didn't happen. He just came out just moments ago, guys.
Thanks, Rob. Well, we know he probably wasn't very happy. The Hornets are down 28-0. They will start this kick return from the 4, and it is Ezra Gray with a good one out across the 20 and to the 22-yard line. A good return for the Hornets, and now they're going to have to turn that return into some points on this drive.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how long Coach is going to go with Davis at quarterback if he can't get anything done. I was noticing on the sideline that Jet Evans was actually warming up like he was getting ready to go into the game. So we're going to see how this series goes and see how long Coach is going to stick with Davis.
First half was a tale of turnovers. 4 for the Hornets, none for the Braves. First play of the second half is a run to Jacory Merritt, number 21, the freshman running back, who gets about 5. That'll bring up second down and 5 for the Hornets.
Well, the first half, the Hornets rushed the ball 17 times for 0 yards.
Yeah, no rushing yards in the first half for the Hornets. Compare that to the 156 rushing yards on the side of the Braves. So 2nd and 6 officially. Here's Davis. He'll throw it over the middle, and it is complete to number 82, Moses Marshall, for the first down. He'll take it to their own 40, and Alabama State moves the chains. So far, so good. 2 plays and a first down.
Yeah, the big number that stands out to in the first half is those 3 interceptions. 3 interceptions, and Alcorn made no turnovers.
And don't forget about the fumble loss, too.
Right.
Here's Merritt again on the ground, up the gut, and he won't get much. That'll bring up second down and long for the Hornets. Just under 14 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Well, it looked like they're coming out with a little more pep. Looked like they're kind of fired up coming out the second half, and we'll see how well they do on this first possession.
And if you're joining us, you're probably wondering, what are they in the 10th or 11th overtime? I thought this was a 2 o'clock p.m. kick. And it was, but we had those thunderstorms. Here's Merritt getting away from a couple of tacklers. Even some more now. He's finally gobbled up, and he loses a yard on that one. And that'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Third and 8 from the 49, or 3rd and 11, excuse me.
We got to do a good job on third downs because the first half we were 2 for 6 on third down, so we got to do a better job of converting on third down.
The first 2 scores for Alcorn State were made on third downs. Here's Davis. He'll drop back. He has time over the middle. He's got a man and a first down for the Hornets. And it was number 8, Tyreek Allen, who got open and got a few extra yards after that grab. And now the Hornets are into enemy territory.
And that's very promising because I don't even see number 1, Jeremiah Hickson, on the sideline. So maybe we'll get a chance to find out an injury report on Jeremiah Hickson. But Tyreek Allen is a pretty good fill-in as Alcorn calls timeout.
That was a 16-yard reception. Alcorn State will take a timeout, and we will take it with them. Or are we going to go down to Rob? We'll go down to Rob.
Yeah, guys, I was looking for Jeremiah, and here he is. He's on the sideline. He's got his right arm in a sling here, so I don't think he's going to be making his way back out on the field. And just before the half, I saw him. He was talking with some of his teammates. You could tell he was frustrated. They took his equipment off, his shoulder pads, his jersey off, and Jeremiah wanted to put it back on. But he's not going to be able to go, guys. And that's a big loss for the Hornets.
Thanks, Rob. That is a huge loss. We mentioned it. The last time Alabama State played prior to tonight, Hickson had 5 receptions for 52 yards and a touchdown in that 23-20 win over Grambling State back on September 21st. So here's Davis. He's rushed. He eludes a man and finds Gray in the flat on the left side. Gray shakes and bakes his way inside the 35. And that'll be another Alabama State first down. How about Kadarius Davis, though? What composure. And that time, that really should have been a sack for Alcorn State, but it turns into a first down.
Yeah, that was just straight determination and will on behalf of Kadarius Davis that time.
Ball on the 33 now. Bad snap. Free play for the Hornets. It's Davis who collects the ball, whips it out right to Jihad Booker, and Booker gets a couple. And we'll see if this is going to go against, it might be against the Hornets, but it looked like a couple of the defensive tackles up front for Alcorn State jumped.
Yeah, they did jump. The key is offsides, yes.
So that'll be on Darrell Henderson, the redshirt senior out of Jacksonville, Florida. Defensive offside. And the Hornets will move the ball forward again. They're now on the Alcorn State 28. 1st and 5. 28-0 Braves with 11:20 remaining in the third quarter. Davis with 2 wide receivers to his right, another to his left. He looks left, pump fakes. Now he goes deep left to Jefferson. And he is in for the touchdown. What a catch by Michael Jefferson, and the Hornets are on the board. A 33-yard strike from Davis to the sophomore.
Well, it's time for the big weapons to show up. You know, it's gut check time now. So you go in the locker room at halftime, you're down 28-0, and you say, look, they scored 28 the first half, we can score 28 the second half, and you got to utilize those big guns.
And just look at the Alabama State sideline right now. They have been galvanized. And what a throw that was by Kadarius Davis, finding Michael Jefferson, who was being covered pretty well in the back corner of the left end zone.
It was a very good throw. He threw that the only place that Jefferson could get it, and he made sure that the defensive player was not going to be able to intercept that pass.
And now we'll see if Hunter Hanson can make this a 21-point game. Here's the snap. Hold is down. Kick is on the way, and it's good. And it's now 28-7, Alcorn State. We'll go to a break. The Hornets are on the board, though. You're listening to Alabama State Football on the Hornet Sports Network.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. St. Jude takes care of absolutely everything. And knowing that you're going to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to us. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude is uniquely positioned to advance the cures of pediatric cancer, I think better than any other institution in the world. The contributions make a big difference.
Donors are important to us because you get the feeling that we have a team behind you. We have the resources and we have the focus. And so if St. Jude doesn't do it, who will?
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
3, 2, 1, you're back.
And welcome back to Montgomery, where the Alabama State Hornets have finally gotten on the board. It was officially a 29-yard touchdown pass from Kadarius Davis to Michael Jefferson. This with 11:06 remaining in the third quarter, and a beautiful way to start the second half for Alabama State.
And sometimes all it takes is just that one touchdown to inspire your team and get everybody fired up. So now we're going to see what we're doing on special teams, and the defense might get a stop, and we can come back out and put up some more points.
Hunter Hanson will boot it downfield. There's a Brave waiting for it at the 12. He's now at the 20 as he turns it inside, and he's brought down, and some late flags fly in. It was Juan Anthony Jr. on the return, and now we'll see what the call is.
You usually get a block in the back or something on Alcorn side, so they had to push them back a little bit further, and we're not complaining. We'll take it.
You can kind of feel the momentum starting to shift ever so slightly. Alabama State blanked in the first half, 28-0. And we'll see what the call is. So an illegal wedge called half the distance to the goal.
And I got to be honest with you, I've never heard of an illegal wedge.
Yeah. It sounds like maybe a salad that has some stuff in it that's not allowed in a certain country, right? An illegal wedge.
An illegal wedge, but we'll have to take that because that's half the distance to the goal. So that's actually a big one. That's a huge penalty.
So that will back up Alcorn State to their own 10. 11 minutes exactly remaining in the third quarter. And now we'll see if Alabama State can come up with a stop and possibly even a turnover. They have not committed or forced a turnover yet. They'll keep it on the ground, and this was Deshaun Waller out to the right, a gain of 8 as he slipped, and it's a good thing he did. He might have gotten the first down.
This guy wasn't touched for the first 6 yards. That's not a good sign.
So second down and 3 officially. Trips left for Alcorn State. Felix Harper still the quarterback for the Braves. Here's the snap, and it is Waller bouncing off some tacklers. He'll go backwards though. Excellent job done by the guys up front for the Hornets. That's a loss of 6, and that'll bring up 3rd and 9 for Alcorn State.
They lined up in the trips that time, but the Hornets didn't fall for the eye candy at all. Everybody stayed in their lane, held their gaps, and were very disciplined, and it resulted in a loss on the play.
Can Alabama State force a 3 and out? 2 wideouts to either side. It's Harper dropping back, looking for a man. He'll throw it over the middle, and it's broken up.
Great defense by the Hornets.
Terrific play there by number 10, Keenan Isaac, the sophomore quarterback out of midfield Alabama, and it is 3 and out for the Braves. The Hornets will now get the ball back.
Actually, Alabama State is coming out in the second half looking like a different team.
They are.
It's good check time. You got pride is on the line. Even if you lose this game, you don't want to lose the game like you lost in the first half. You at least want to put up a fight.
That first half is in the past. Here's McCullough punting it to about midfield. It takes a bounce, and making the return was Kobe Crab, but again,
He waved his hand before that, so the whistle blows, and I think Kraft thought he might get away with one there. He argues with the ref, but he definitely put his hands up, signaling for that fair catch. But excellent field position for Alabama State, and let's go down to Rob Taylor.
All right, guys. A little more pep in the step, a little more bounce to the house. The Hornets are looking really, really sharp right now. Now we need to move this football downfield and continue to put more points on the board. I love what I'm seeing on the sideline. Everybody seems to be fired up and pumped up about the second half of football. So we'll see what the Hornets can do.
Kadarius Davis back in the shotgun. And they'll keep it on the ground. It's Ezra Gray for 4 or 5 to about midfield. And that'll bring up second down and 6 officially.
And you know, every time, every game when we start talking about benching your quarterback, Kadarius Davis always come back and change the narrative.
Let's not forget, last year against Alcorn State, Kadarius Davis made his first collegiate start for Alabama State in a 28-25 win that took 5 overtimes. Here, he tries to find Tyreek Allen over the middle. Allen juggles it for a moment, and the ball falls to the ground incomplete. Still, 6 yards to go, and now it's 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Tyreek Allen, he got to make that catch, you know. He's in there for the injured Jeremiah Hickson, and Hickson won't be in there. And, of course, we got Michael Jefferson is still in the game, another big gun. But in order to be able to go to Jefferson, Allen's going to have to make some of those plays.
There's a big play right here. 3rd and 6 from their own 49. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Davis is passing. He drops back. Now he'll take off running. He has the first down. He's to the 40. He spins and gets tackled at about the 37. Terrific awareness there by Kadarius Davis. He saw that there was nobody open and took off, and he has himself a first down.
That was a flag on the play, but it was actually against Alcorn, so we'll take the play.
1st and 10 on the Alcorn State 37, and now you can really start to feel the tides turning with 8:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Davis again looking right. He fakes right. Now he throws it right and just overthrew his intended target and looked like Moses Marshall. And if Davis puts that one right on the money, it might be a 28-13 game.
Yeah, I think there was a miscommunication. Davis actually sat down on the route, but Marshall sat down on the route, and Davis wanted him to just run it. Had he kept sprinting, 6 points.
Ismail Salim is out on the field on the far right side as a receiver for Alabama State. Davis will give to Ezra Gray, and there it goes. Ooh. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, a head full of steam, and he's finally brought down inside the 5. A big gain there for Ezra Gray on the draw, and here come the Hornets.
Here come the Hornets. Ezra Gray should have had 6 points that time, but he actually ran into the blocker.
You think he should have gotten in?
He should have gotten in. That should have been 6 points.
Still a good scamper, though, and they are on the 4-yard line. 1st and goal.
I take it any day.
Davis out of the gun. It's Gray again. Up the middle, and he gets maybe a yard, or was it Ja'Cory Merritt? It was Merritt. And see, one word's 20, the other word's 21.
Kind of hard to see where it's from.
A little bit. But it is Ja'Cory Merritt for a gain of 1, so 2nd and goal from the 3. 28-7. Alcorn State leads here in the 3rd. It's Merritt again, up the gut again, and he's swallowed again by the front line there for the Braves. 3rd and goal from the 4, so Merritt loses a yard there. And now Alabama State will change it up. Number 9, Joshua Knight, has checked in, as well as Tyreek Allen. 2 of the 3 in the trips left formation. The other one, Salim, Out to the right on his own is Michael Jefferson. Will Davis be going there? Already with a touchdown catch today. Davis looks right. It's a fade to Jefferson in the end zone, and it's broken up.
Good defense. Good defense by Alcorn that time. That should have been more of a back shoulder throw, and he threw that actually in the field of play. Alcorn made a great play.
It was Dalen Burks, the right corner, the senior out of Lumberton, Mississippi. And now Alabama State is going to take a timeout. And they'll talk this thing over. 6:40 to go in the third quarter. We'll take the timeout with them. Big decision here, though, coming up for the Hornets. Don't go anywhere. They're down 28-7. You're listening to Alabama State Football on the Hornet Sports Network.
This is a story about a girl who was sold to a man at age 12. She will give birth many times in her teens and risk contracting HIV unless she is educated. Over the past 20 years, the Campaign for Female Education, or CAMFED, has educated more than 1 million girls. Many return to their villages, nourish their communities, and help break the cycle of poverty. CAMFED can change the world. Join the Campaign for Female Education at camfed.org.
From the campus of Alabama State University, your FM 90.7 WVAS HD, Montgomery, Alabama.
You're back.
So here we go. Alabama State will go for it. 4th and goal from the Alcorn State 4-yard line. Hornets down 28-7. 5 wide receivers for Kadarius Davis. 3 to his left, 2 to his right. Here's the snap and flags. False start on the Hornets, and does this change the decision? Will you go for a field goal now, or do you simply have to go for it because of how close you are and how many points you have to make up?
Well, I think you go for it. Your defense is playing inspired football. If you don't get in the end zone, then they have 90 yards to go to try to score. But you have to go for it. You almost have to go for it here.
They will keep the offense on the field. 5 wide receivers again. 2 on the right, 3 on the left, including Michael Jefferson.
Look for a quarterback draw here.
Davis out of the gun. Here comes the rush. Over the middle he goes, and it's intercepted by Alcorn State. And it was number 19 for the Braves. That was, well, not the kicker, Corey McCullough. Well, but it is a big pick there for Alcorn State, and that has halted the momentum.
Well, you got to play like champions, and Alcorn is playing like champions. When their back is up against the wall, they rise up and make a big play.
So we will go to a timeout. Alcorn State will take over. They still lead 28-7 with 6:32 to go in the third. You're listening to Alabama State Football on the Hornet Sports Network.
Looking to further your education? Take a look at the Harold Lloyd Murphy Graduate School here at Alabama State University. ASU graduate programs are designed to prepare students to be a part of a vanguard of professionals through the 21st century. There are several graduate programs to choose from: doctoral programs, educational specialist programs, Master of Science programs, Master of Education programs, Master of Arts, Master of Rehabilitation Counseling, Master of Accountancy, and Master of Social Work. For more information about ASU's graduate school, 334-229-4275 or visit alasu.edu/graduate school. Alabama State University. The time is now.
You're back.
And welcome back to ASU Stadium, where we have more flags. It is 28-7 in favor of Alcorn State. And the false start on the Braves offense, number 62, Kevin Hall, moved up front. So that'll put you back 5, 1st and 15. A big interception there, though, for the Braves in their own end zone on that last drive.
Yeah, but we can't get down right now. We still got to play SWAC football. The defense is still inspired, so let's make this stop. And there it is on cue.
Big sack there for Alabama State. And that will move the Braves back even further. It looked like
56.
Number 56 for Alabama State. That's Colton Adams.
And Adams has his nose around the ball the whole game.
Adams, a freshman out of Wetumpka. Another touchdown the road.
From the river region.
2nd and 17 for Felix Harper and these Alcorn State Braves. Harper's throwing this time. Over the middle he goes, and it's complete to number 82, LaCharles Pringle. Another reception. It's not a first down, but it is a gain of about 13. And that'll bring up 3rd and 4, and this is where the Alabama State defense needs to step up again.
Yes, this is where they got to contain, because this is where we give up these big touchdown plays when we let the quarterback get outside of containment.
Harper glancing over in the direction of his sideline on the far side. They are apparently changing the play. Man in motion. That's Juan Anthony Jr. Harper will swing it out to the right, and it's complete, and it's a first down for the Braves.
Wow.
And now some extra activity between Nico Duffy on the receiving end there and Natron Culpepper of the Hornets. And it looks like this one is going to go against Culpepper.
Yeah, that's a little frustration set in right there.
We will await the official call. So Culpepper hit with the horse collar tackle, which is illegal in this sport. That's a 15-yard penalty, and that will move the Alcorn State Braves to very nearly midfield. They're on their own 49. 1st and 10 with 4:50 to go here in the third. They lead 28-7. Harper, out of the gun, will hand off to his running back, Deshaun Waller, who gets maybe a yard. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
You know, we gotta stop helping teams beat us. You know, a good team like Alcorn, you don't need they're gonna do their job, but we gotta clean up. We gotta clean up some of the penalties.
Harper, by the way, now 7 for 13 today for only 96 yards, but 2 touchdowns. LaCharles Pringle, one of the most recent guys that he hooked up with, 3 receptions for 57 yards and a score. And Alcorn State continues to lead by 21. Here's the snap, and it's Waller again, turning it to the outside, and he's brought down after a gain of maybe 3. And that'll bring up 3rd and 6 from the Alabama State 46.
You notice Alcorn is not running their plays as fast as they did the first half, so they must see some inspiration from Alabama State also. Let's just keep the ball out of their hands as much as possible.
Yeah, really slowing things down. Although Alabama State has won this quarter so far, 7-0. After losing the first two, 28-0. That's what they trailed by at halftime. It's Harper again, looking right. Here comes the rush, and he'll throw it out of bounds. It was intended for Deshaun Waller, who again lost his footing. It's the second time that that's happened to Waller today. And it's now 4th down. Alabama State will get the ball back.
And Alabama State actually gave them a different look on defense that time. We actually had our defensive end to drop back in coverage. So you had an actual defensive end on that play. Had he been a linebacker, maybe he would have picked that ball up.
Alabama State gets away with one there, though. And now Kobe Crabb is back once again to receive the punt from Corey McCullough. He gets it off. It's a high one. Lots of hang time. And it's another beauty, but the Alcorn State special teamer I don't know what he was trying to do there. It looked like he punched it into the end zone. If he had deflected it the other way, that might have pinned the Hornets back in the 5 again. But we'll go to a quick break. Alabama State will have the ball when you come back. Oh, we got to go to Rob first. Excuse me.
Rob Taylor. All right, guys. Here we are. An opportunity to get this ball and take it downfield and put some more points on the board. You guys are excited, feeling pretty good, but we can't make any mistakes. We got to play great Hornet football from this point on.
So here we go. Alabama State will give to Ja'Cory Merritt. Merritt out to the right side, and he's met with a thumping hit by the Alcorn State defense. That was number 15, Kayron Kinsler, who already has 2 interceptions today, and he can also hit pretty hard as well.
Yeah, Ja'Cory Merritt is kind of walking back slowly.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and inches. Kadarius Davis. Here comes the rush. He's flushed out to the left. There he goes. He'll throw it away. Smart play there by Davis. He was looking for Michael Jefferson, but number 21, Juwan Taylor, was all over him there. So, again, it's 3rd down and manageable.
Very manageable right here. We need to win this battle up front right here, get this 1st down, and go back into your offense.
2:19 to go in the 3rd quarter, 28-7 Alcorn State. It's Merritt up the middle. Does he have enough? He's brought down, and it looks like he does, judging by the spot of the referee. And he does. That ball will be spotted at the 31, a gain of 2 for the freshman Ja'Cory Merritt. So 1st and 10 with 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. Alabama State with the ball on their own 31. 2 wideouts on the left, 1 on the right. Merritt still in the backfield, and he'll get the ball. No, it's a keeper for Davis. Out to the left. He eludes one man. He's finally brought down, and it's by the same guy he tried to shake and bake. That's Quinterio Cole, the junior out of Memphis, with the stop. Davis with a gain of maybe 1, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a very good discipline. Disciplined by Alcorn on that play. Everybody on the other side went toward the fake, but the guy on this side stayed home.
2nd and 9. It's Davis dropping back. He eludes a few other defenders there and just wings it out of play. No flags yet. Alcorn State, though, is clamoring for one.
But he actually had a receiver as Gray was in the area. Although it was clearly he was trying to throw it away, but he had a receiver in the area. It's going to be 3rd and long.
That's one of those in-betweeners right there. But no penalties. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Alabama State offense. Just 1 minute, 8 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Ball now on the Alabama State 32. Davis with 3 wide receivers, 2 on his right, 1 on his left. He'll throw it left, and it's complete. And Alabama State has a 1st down. It's Michael Jefferson to the Alabama State 46.
Hornets playing hurry up ball now. He's not giving Alcorn a chance, but they're substituting.
That's a gain of 14. And Alcorn State trying to figure out who's on defense and who isn't. Well, Alabama State might snap the ball here. All kinds of confusion, and it's Jefferson again on the catch over the 50 and now into Alcorn State territory.
Keep going, hurry up. Alcorn is substituting. I think Alcorn had 10 players on the field at the time.
What you can do, it's not recommended. What you can't do is more than 11.
Right.
Now it's Ezra Gray to the left, and he gets maybe a yard, and that will likely be our final play of the 3rd quarter, down to 5 seconds. And it will be. Well, Alabama State scores in this
quarter. They get the 29-yard touchdown pass to Michael Jefferson. They get on the board, and now it's 28-7 Alcorn State. We will go to a break, but when you come back, it'll be the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Alabama State Football on the Hornet Sports Network.
Find your purpose at Alabama State University. Choose from more than 60-degree programs from undergraduate courses in computer technology, education, theater arts, business, and the sciences to high-demand graduate degrees in physical therapy, social work, microbiology, and more. Our world-class faculty is ready to help you reach your goal. You'll also enjoy a vibrant campus life and Division I athletics. Come to our campus. Let us show you why it's always a great time to be a Hornet. For more information or to complete an
You can come back.
online at alasu.edu or 334-229-4291. Alabama State University. The time is now.
To the fourth quarter we go here at ASU Stadium in downtown Montgomery, Alabama, where it is 28-7 Alcorn State. Let's go down to Rob Taylor.
All right, guys, this is it. If we're going to do anything, this is the quarter to do it. We got plenty of time to turn things around and catch up. We'll see if the Hornets can actually do that. I've been seeing Jeremiah Hickson here on the sideline, and you can tell he wants to get in this game, but he just can't. And I'm sure they're going to take a close look at his injury tomorrow and hopefully have him ready for next week's game as we travel down to Jackson, Mississippi.
And that game will be against Jackson State. And Alabama State has the ball right now. They are on a third down, 3rd and 2. Ball is on the Alcorn State 46. And J.C. Coleman, this might be the game right here.
Yeah, and actually we got something to build on. Good momentum from the third quarter. The guys came out and they played the hardest out. Alcorn did not score. So right now we got something to build on, and we won the third quarter. And let's go and win the second quarter. I mean, it's fourth quarter and get some scores.
It's Davis out of the shotgun, and it's Ja'Cory Merritt on the ground. Left side off the left tackle, and it does look like he is maybe a yard short of the first down. So that highly important play will now be superseded by this even more important play. 4th and 1 on the Alcorn State 45. This one might be for all the marbles if you're ASU.
Yeah, you just got to man up right here and go hat on a hat right here and get this half a yard.
Man in motion to the left side. They'll keep it on the ground again. It's Merritt, and it does look like he is short of that first down. We'll see where they spot it, though. Alcorn State says that they have the ball. They've stopped it, but now it's up to the spot.
It looks like it's going to be...
It's going to be really close. And honestly, it looked like Merritt's knee went down before the ball got to the first down marker, but we'll see.
Yeah, it looked like it's kind of short. If he got it by the nose of the football.
And here comes the chain gang.
And it was a pretty good spot.
They did give him a generous spot. Judging by the slack on that chain, though, it looks like he will be a tad short, and he is.
Short by the nose of the football.
And Alcorn State takes over on downs. Oh, man. Well, the cliche is that it's a game of inches, but on a play like that, it's true. You can see how true that is.
Yeah, and it goes down to who wants it the most. Do Alcorn want it, or do Alabama State want it? Who wants it the most? And the way it came out, Alcorn wanted a little bit more.
I'm a little surprised that they went with back-to-back running plays there on 3rd and 2 and 4th and 1. I mean, I know that's probably the popular choice, needing just a couple of yards and then the one, but
Davis has been so good through the air this half.
Yeah.
But they don't. They try with a couple of rushes, and now it's Alcorn State ball on their own 45. 14:04 remaining in the fourth quarter. And here's Felix Harper. He'll give out to Deshaun Waller, and on the run, Waller is going nowhere, and he may have lost a couple as well. 3-yard loss there, 2nd and 13 from the Alcorn State 42.
You know, I see a lot of the Hornet faithful are exiting the stadium now. You got to think about it. They've been here for hours now.
Feels like days, doesn't it?
Definitely.
I thought I was going to be late today. Nope. Not even close.
Not even close.
Harper will pass over the middle, and he has Juan Anthony Jr. for a first down and a bit more as he's onto the Alabama State 40, and maybe even further than that. Looks like the Alabama State 38. Big gain there. That is a 20-yard pass from Harper to Anthony Jr. A little surprised to see Alcorn State throwing here, up 28-7.
Well, I guess the coach is saying that, you know, we are champions, so we're going to have to show them. I got to force our will on Alabama State and show them. Let's beat down this momentum.
They'll run it this time. Waller up the middle for maybe 5, and it's now 2nd down and 5. Well, Alcorn State, coached by Fred McNair, who we talked about in the pregame show, the original Air McNair, he's Steve's older brother.
Yep, Steve McNair's older brother, and, you know, the original Air McNair from the 80s, and I remember it well.
Fred McNair now 50 years old. This is his 4th season as the Braves head coach. He's the reigning SWAC Coach of the Year winner. He actually played a little bit of professional football as well, but he did it in the CFL and the World League of American Football, as we have some movement up front on 2nd and 5.
You know, like I said before, you know, Alcorn is a very proud program, you know, and don't ever think that Alcorn is going to come in and lay down. You know, Alcorn is going to come and they're going to give you 110%, and the team tend to take on the personality of the coach, and the coach has a very fiery personality, and the team has a very fiery personality. Some people would even say cocky.
Well, there are McNairs all over the place on this Alcorn State roster. Not just the coach. So false start makes it 2nd and 10. Harper will wing it out to number 81, Raydarius Anderson, who makes the catch, but again, some late flags and a little extracurricular activity between Mr. Culpepper again, Natron Culpepper, the Alabama State corner. That's a 10-yard penalty, though. Looks like holding on Alcorn State. That'll back him up again and make it 2nd and 20 from their own 38-yard line.
You know, it's got to give a coach fits, you know, to come out and play put in their flawless first half, and you come back out and play so sloppy the second half.
So 2nd down and 20 from the 48. And it's the running back, Trey Turner, who bolts forward for a good gain. That's a gain of 15, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 5. But you have the head coach, Fred McNair, and then you've got wide receivers Akeem McNair and Tim McNair Jr.
Wow.
And then you got Steve, of course, almost inarguably the most famous player to come out of Alcorn State. I was looking up his numbers from his senior year. 56 touchdowns in 11 games. Finished 3rd in the Heisman Trophy that season, and more whistles. This one's not a penalty, though. Alabama State will take a timeout.
And we're talking about Steve McNair. You know, he was another one of those great men of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. And you know, what can we say about Steve McNair? What can we say about the Qs?
I mean, to finish third in the Heisman Trophy when you play at an FCS school, that is pretty astounding. He finished behind Rashawn Salam, who won the Heisman that year for Colorado, and a guy by the name of Kijana Carter for Penn State. But Steve McNair was third.
And Steve McNair was third, and they all three got drafted, and Steve had a more promising career than those guys.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Won a co-MVP in 2003 with Peyton Manning. He guided the Tennessee Titans to a Super Bowl. Steve McNair is one of just a handful of African-American quarterbacks to play in the Super Bowl. I think there have only been 6.
That's right.
And only 2 have won it. Doug Williams. And
SWAC.
Right, from Grambling State. And
who was the second one? I almost said Randall Cunningham.
But Wisconsin, but NC State, who you got? Baseball player?
Norfolk State is his grandfather's president of Norfolk State University. Wilson.
Russell Wilson. There you go. Well done.
Yeah.
J.C. Coleman.
HBCU all around.
Trivia on the fly.
Yes, sir.
And here's Trey Turner on the fly, and it looks like he has a first down after lunging forward. This after it was 2nd and 20, just 2 plays ago. A 15-yard gain and now a 6-yard gain has given the Alcorn State Braves another first down on the Alabama State 27 with 10:24 to go in the game.
You know, at some point, you know, you just get outmanned. You know, Alcorn State just outmanning us right now.
And looks like that is going to be offsides against the Alabama State defense.
And that's going to be Christian Clark. You know, Christian Clark trying to get an early start on the rush.
You know, Christian Clark is listed at 280 pounds, but he's got to be bigger than that.
He's got to be 380.
It's got to be a misprint, right?
I like to be on that scale.
He is a big
dude.
Big man. So 1st and 5 after that miscue. It's Harper. He's going deep down the left side, and it's a touchdown for the Braves. And it's Darius Anderson who hauled it in.
Well, 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct, but of course he touchdown on this.
Alcorn State now up 34-7. Another touchdown pass for Harper, his 3rd. And it looks like Alcorn State is just about ready to wrap this one up.
Yeah, and that flag comes from that cockiness that Alcorn is famous for.
This is a team, though, that in their 3 wins has scored 45 points exactly. And the refs are getting together right now to figure out what exactly it is, but I think it's exactly what you said. Just excessive celebration.
Right. And that cockiness, and of course, because unsportsmanlike conduct, that's his 1st, or maybe his 2nd. Now, if it's 2nd, then he's out of the game. So they're discussing this.
Darius Anderson
is called. Wow.
How about that? Double flipping on that one.
Maybe we should get 30-yard penalty.
All right, well, Alabama State will get it on the kickoff. Another touchdown pass, though, for Harper. And we'll wait for Corey McCullough to attempt the point after. 34-7, trying to make it 35. And he does. McCullough, who missed, 6 kicks the last time that these 2 teams took the field, has been perfect today. Granted, they've all been extra points.
You know, fortunate for him, he was not put in a field goal kicking situation, so there was no pressure. You know, when you jump out 14-0 early on in the first quarter, so everybody tend to relax, even the kicker.
So that touchdown pass to Anderson 22 yards. And Alabama State will now get the ball back, but now they're right back where they started after halftime when they trailed 28-0. They're down 28 again. But they have played better this half. Let's go down to Rob Taylor. What you got, Rob?
Well, guys, you were talking about the Alcorn State Braves and their coach Fred McNair and Steve McNair. And I noticed JC got the Omega in there. They're always promoting themselves. But guys, one coach on the Alcorn State Braves team, staff is Cedric Thornton. Cedric Thornton is very familiar with this stadium, with this field. He was defensive coach here under Coach Reggie Barlow, and this is like a homecoming for Coach Thornton, and I know he wanted nothing more than to have his Alcorn State Braves, his defensive unit, to come in here and play a great football game, and they played a great football game so far. So Coach Thornton, I know he's feeling pretty good about himself right now and his players on the team. But the Hornets, we just couldn't get it together today. It's been a struggle since the kickoff, and hadn't been able to turn things around. So hopefully, we'll see at least a couple more bright spots from the Hornets before this game is over.
All right, Rob. Steve McNair had a tattoo on his arm that said Omega Man. So there you go, J.C. Coleman.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. And you got one, too. Oh, man. Yeah, Rob called it. Here's Ezra Gray on the kickoff after that 15-yard penalty was tacked on, and he gets to the 35, and Alabama State will take over with 9:49 to go in the fourth.
You have to show Rob that I know I'm partial to Omega Psi Phi, but I got to send a shout-out to the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. My pastor, who wasn't able to make it here, Pastor James A. Knuckles of the Stone Tank Antioch Missionary Baptist Church. I know he's listening in, and for all you Alcorn people or people here who's just looking for a church to visit Antioch Missionary Baptist Church, Old 7 Road.
Look at this. A lot of promotions tonight. I love it. Here's Kadarius Davis still in there, and he is going to be sacked. And it was number 92 for Alcorn State with that takedown. And that was Keywayne Jones, the freshman out of Natchez, Mississippi.
Actually, I was watching Jet Evan. He was walking with the quarterback coach, and I'm thinking that he might get a chance to go in the game. He's pretty close to the quarterback coach now. But how much work has he done with the ones? That's interesting.
So that was a loss of 7. 2nd and 17. It's Davis again, looking left. He'll throw it, and it is complete out there to number 9, Joshua Knight. He gets a couple before being pushed out of bounds. And with 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, it is 3rd down and 12 for the Hornets. 35-7 Alcorn State. How long ago did you get that tattoo?
Well, it's actually a brand.
Aha.
Yeah, brands don't hurt when you want them.
Gotcha. It's a brand. I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's a brand.
Do you call it like a brand?
Yeah, you actually a 3rd-degree burn.
Wow. Here comes the rush. Down goes Davis, and it's another sack for the Braves. And Davis had no chance right there. He had 4 or 5 guys closing in on him, and Davis is down.
Wow.
He's on his back, and here comes the training staff. And hopefully it is not a serious injury. We'll go to a break. It is 35-7 Alcorn State with 8:17 to go in the game. You're listening to Alabama State Football on the Hornet Sports Network.
Introducing a breakthrough in time management technology. A whole new day of the week. It's called Someday. Ingenious. Perhaps someday you are going to go skydiving. Enter a hot dog eating contest. Maybe ride a mechanical bull. Now it's on the calendar. You may want to retire someday. Ready for that? You'll really want this. A My Social Security account at socialsecurity.gov. You can estimate your future benefits, plan for your retirement, and how to save for it. If you already receive benefits, you can manage them online. Millions of people already have a My Social Security account. In fact, someone opens one about every 6 seconds. Get yours today, because someday is here at socialsecurity.gov.
3, 2, 1, you're back.
And welcome back to ASU Stadium, where Kadarius Davis has just been sacked. He is still on the ground, and they are calling for the stretcher right now. A really scary moment for him. And I don't know if Rob Taylor is down there. Rob, what you got?
Yeah, guys, I'm taking a look right now. I did see some movement from him, of his arms, like he wanted to take his helmet off. But we do see the training staff out, and the signal went out for the stretcher. Coach Moncrief, the quarterback coach, was out. He came back over to talk to the guys here on the sideline, but Coach Ely is out. When the head coach goes out, it's got to be pretty serious. So Coach Ely is out, standing over Kadarius right now. And teams, the players from both teams, you see they've all taken a knee because, hey, we all want the best for Kadarius Davis, whether you're a Hornet or whether you're a Brave. And Coach Moncrief, quarterback coach, is headed back out on the field right now. So even though Davis is down like this, I guess we will get a chance to see a jet come in, as JC mentioned earlier. So we hope and pray that everything is all right with Kadarius. And like I said, we have seen some movement, stretchers out right now, and so we don't know the extent of the injury, but they're gonna load him on the stretcher. And I see his knees are up as well, so there is some movement. We'll just have to see what happens.
All right, Rob, thanks. Yeah, what a scary moment though for the starting quarterback for the Hornets.
Yeah, we talk about Alcorn and the cockiness of that team, but at the end of the day, they're showing a lot of class and a lot of respect when both teams take a knee like that, when one of their fallen comrades, and they're kneeling in prayer. Some of the guys, praying. It's a good thing. That says a lot about the character of the coach. He's a fiery guy, but he has a lot of character. A high quality guy, and that's reflected in his players and them taking a knee right there. And we're all just going to pray for the fallen Davis and hope that it's not a serious injury.
Stretcher is out there right now. He's being surrounded by about 7 or 8 people. And they're obviously going to be very delicate with him and trying to get him onto that stretcher. But as Rob told us, he did see some movement, which is good.
Yeah, and in situations like this, you want to err on the side of caution. Like Rob said, he attempted to take his helmet off. In situations like that, they tend to say, look, don't move. Let's not take your helmet off right now. You got to err on the side of caution. I'm a living witness now. I broke my neck back in 1994.
Oh, wow.
The C6 and C7 vertebrae, and I understand about putting you in traction and everything. And they actually was telling me at the time, they wasn't telling me. They were saying that you might be paralyzed. I wasn't feeling paralyzed or anything, but it was just the fact that you don't know with a neck injury or those type of injuries at the time, so you just have to make sure you stabilize them and not a lot of excessive movement.
Davis is still down. And I think we'll go to another break. Thoughts and prayers to Kadarius Davis, though. He is still down. It is still 35-7 Alcorn State with 8:17 to go in the fourth. You're listening to Alabama State Football on the Hornet Sports Network.
The Alabama Department of Veterans Affairs is dedicated to provide providing the best possible services and benefits to veterans and their families. Veteran service officers provide compensation and VA pension claims and other veteran services in 67 counties and bring in about $1 billion in federal funds annually in Alabama. We also oversee the Alabama GI Defender Scholarship Program. The department oversees a state cemetery located in Spanish Fort. The cemetery stands as a solemn tribute and final resting place for men and women who have honorably served their country. All eligible veterans receive free burial services. The department also operates 4 state veterans homes in Alexander City, Bay Minette, Huntsville, and Pulse City. The homes fill the needs for aging and chronically disabled veterans. We are proud that our homes provide the care for our veterans and with the dignity they deserve. It is a privilege to serve the more than 375,000 veterans in Alabama. Go to va.alabama.gov to find out more about the services we offer.
3, 2, 1, you're back.
So we welcome you back to ASU Stadium, where Kadarius Davis is still down. They have put him onto the stretcher, though. They've stabilized him. They're at the 25-yard line on the left side of the field, and the silence has fallen on this stadium here tonight.
Yeah, because you know we compete. We come out here. We compete against SWAC schools or any school, but no one wants to see a player gets hurt. We all we form that common bond. And at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and you just have to send up prayers and pray for the young man.
Davis is now being rolled off on the stretcher. He gets a big round of applause. Helmet is still on. You'd love to see him give a thumbs up or something. And hopefully, this is not a severe injury. Not only do we want Davis to be healthy, and look at all his teammates coming over to the stretcher right now. All showing respect for him.
Alcorn's quarterback is coming over.
Yeah, look at that.
That's what it's all about.
That is a classy move right there from Felix Harper. The only member of the Braves came all the way across the field as Davis was being taken off, said something to him.
Quarterback to quarterback.
What a competitor, though, Kadarius Davis is. We hope that he'll be better. But if Alabama State does go back on offense today, I think we're going to see Jet Evan.
Right. And, you have to wonder, like I said earlier, when you bring in a second-string quarterback, how many reps has he had with the ones, because normally they work with the twos. And, But none of that is important right now.
Yeah, Kadarius Davis, we'll continue to keep him in our thoughts and prayers. Man, he was sacked by what looked like 4 or 5 Alcorn State Braves, and he ends up being taken off on that stretcher. Here's the punt by Anthony Craven. Takes a kangaroo bounce around the 30, and it's out of bounds at the 28. And there will be 7:56 to go here in the ball game, and Alcorn State will take over. Let's go down to Rob Taylor.
Yeah, guys, they just rode the stretcher up and out of the stadium, so they'll take him and get him into the ambulance. If you notice, one thing while he was on the stretcher there, they had his helmet taped down so that he wouldn't move his head at all. So we're not sure what that says about his injury, but we know that they didn't want his head to move. So and you notice they never took the helmet off. They kept everything intact. So we just pray and hope for the very best for KD.
It's like you said, JC, just err on the side of caution there. Here's a run up the middle for Alcorn State. That's a first down and a gain of about 12. And on the rush there was Marsh. And It is 1st and 10 with 7:30 to go. (35-7). Alcorn State in the lead. Ball is on their 41. And again, it's a handoff to number 43, Kevin Marsh, the redshirt senior out of Morgan City, Louisiana. And he has a gain of, about 7. Well, Alabama State has lost their quarterback, but they have not lost this half. They were down 28-0 at halftime. They scored first in the second half on that touchdown pass from Davis to Michael Jefferson. Alcorn State has scored a touchdown as well this half, and that's it. It is 7-7, and that has been the score since. Here's Marsh again. He has a first down as he rolls over onto the 46-yard line, and they are now into Hornet territory as the clock continues to dwindle.
And, you know, it's just amazing the way this offensive line of Alcorn, they just work in tandem. And they're just opening up huge holes.
And they might be able to drain the clock on this drive.
I think that's what their intention is, you know, just to keep it on the ground and let the clock run. They're content with that.
Next week, Alcorn State will visit Alabama State as Marsh rumbles forward for another.
Not Alabama State.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I'm looking at the wrong date. They will play Savannah State at home.
Right.
And it will be homecoming. Yeah.
Homecoming.
Pretty sure they're playing Alabama State right now, if memory serves me correctly.
Yeah, it'll be homecoming down on the reservation. That's what they call it. They call it the reservation down there in Lorman, Mississippi.
And Alabama State, on the other side, will make their first road trip since August 29th. They're going to Jackson State next Saturday.
Yeah, and of course, this is the last home game since until Thanksgiving.
Right. Here's Marsh.
So it's going to be a while.
No gain for him. And now it's 3rd and 5 with 4:48 to go in the contest. And Jackson State, at the moment, is losing 31-14 to Grambling State, who is still looking for their first win of the season, and it looks like they're going to get it today.
Wow. And, you know, that's the thing about the SWAC. The SWAC championships have never decided to last of the season.
Right.
Last game of the season. On any given Saturday, you know, a team could lose.
And it looks like Alcorn State is going to improve to 4-2 overall and 3-0 in the SWAC as we have some flags.
Illegal motion on Alcorn.
So that's a 5-yard penalty. 3rd down and 11. Ball will be spotted at the Alabama State 47 with 4:08 to go in the game. Alabama State, they are going to fall to 2-3 overall, 1-1 in the SWAC. This game a little different from the one these two played last year. That 5 overtime marathon that saw Alabama State pull it out 28-25. Marsh on the ground. He gets a gain of 2, and that'll bring up 4th and 9. And Alabama State is going to get the ball back here. Alcorn State will punt, and so we will see Jet Evans.
Yeah, we got to get about 3 minutes, and, well, actually, by the time he take the field, we'll have a 2-minute drill.
Right.
You know, Jet Evans.
But we'll see what he has to show tonight.
Right. Well, you know, depending on the injury, Jet might have to be the man to go next week. So, you know, we hope for the best for Kadarius Davis, but I'm pretty sure the coach want to see in the event that Kadarius Davis can't come back, he want to see what we're working with.
That punt was almost blocked by the Alabama State special teams. This will be a touchback, though. And Alabama State will take over at the 20-yard line. And it is, in fact, Jet Evan, the grad transfer from Mississippi Valley State. 6'4", 215 out of Portland, Oregon.
A long way from home.
Long way. Very different place than Montgomery, Alabama, too.
Yeah, but Jet can rip it.
Oh, yeah.
He can rip it.
He has 4 wideouts, 2 on either side, and the first play for Jet Evan
face mask
is a handoff up the middle, and that's a gain of about 4. And it is Dante Norris, the freshman out of Warrensville, Ohio, with his first carry of the day. 2:30 to go in the game, 35-7, Alcorn State. And is it even or Evan? They just announced even, but I think it's Evan.
It's Evan. He actually says Evan, so I have to go with what he says.
Here's Norris again, out to the right. And no gain. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 from the 25 with 2:15 to go.
A lot of things you could draw from this game. You're coming off a bye week, and you hadn't played in a week, and then you had this long delay before the game, which I'm not making excuses because, like I said, Alcorn had the same delay that you had. But there are some positive things that coach can gather from this and move forward. Because that's a good pass.
There's Evan. Over the middle to Moses Marshall and a first down for Alabama State. And that's a 23-yard gain and good pass there by our boy Jet.
Yeah, we get a chance to see Jet work with the starting receivers.
Alabama State going hurry up here. And they'll keep it on the ground. Norris again. And he gets a gain of about 7. Well, they said a gain of 9, but I'm not sure that's accurate. I think it's more like a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. It's Evan to pass. Right side, and
what a catch.
It is caught by number 15, Jihad Booker. Another first down for Alabama State. So less than a minute to go now. See if Jet Evan can get the Hornets in for another score. It's Norris out to the right on the handoff. He dives forward and has a gain of 2 or 3 to the 35.
This is our first time seeing Norris this year. So coach get a chance to look at some more players.
And a true freshman out of the Buckeye State. So, under 30 seconds to go. 27, 26, 25. Here's Evan out of the gun. Here comes the rush, and down he goes. Another sack for Alcorn State, and is that the final play of the game?
Yeah, I think that's going to just about do it.
Evan looks like he wants to get one more playoff, and why not?
Why not?
Send everybody deep. Down to 4, 3, 2,
1.
And
stop. The ball is snapped.
The ball was snapped. Evan will take off, and he won't get much. And that'll do it. Alcorn State wins 35-7 and drops Alabama State to a now 2-3 overall record and a 1-1 record in the SWAC. Alcorn State, they improved to 4-2, and they are 3-0 in the SWAC. And it looks like that they might just win another East Division title. They've won 5 in a row entering this season.
Yeah, what we got to do now is go back to the drawing board, and this is one loss in the SWAC. So, you still got to keep your eye on the prize, and your goals are still going to be the same. You want to win the SWAC, so there's still a possibility of winning from here on out. So, your goal is not out the window yet.
Let's go down to Rob Taylor.